I'd suck heaps of dicks for $20 million.
Like, no one cares about your saggy tits and your fucking.
Is your name?
Box.
I want to beat her to death with her dead fetus.
We're not saying anything wrong. We're just saying that teachers fucking boys is hot.
Come in my ass.
We're not endorsing kid porn. We're just giving you an avenue to do it.
Always down.
I hate when they call us the pommies. You guys are the fucking prisoners. You're fucking rapists with a tan.
How can you watch this through with like just laugh? Is that actually period blood?
Yes.
That's a lot. You'd have to like. You'd have to like.
Abortion or some shit like what the fuck?
No, should I suck dick now? Should I take it up the ass?
Only white privilege I believe in is white woman privilege.
Yeah.
White male privilege doesn't exist. They work for their shit. They work for their shit.
I'm fucking leaving. You guys are sickos. Don't be that misogynist.
You know who you're talking to here.
Listen here, bitch. Faggots, whores, penis. Come in your ass. Come in your mum's ass. Come in your dad's mouth.
Nothing beats a bottle of red wine and a fucking solid wank.
We're allowed to be hypocrites. That's the whole thing about this. We are all hypocrites.
Remember that? Howdy. Episode 151. And it's half of No Man's Land and Rob's our new guy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Rob's the new addition.
Also, Rob's got sunnies on too.
Also, testosterone.
Fucking yeah.
Fucking a lot of it. Look, I'm gonna be Ronnie Coleman after this, mate. Four fucking bottles.
You're going to be a police officer.
Actually,
fuck yeah.
Your testicles are going to be so small.
Actually, Ronnie Coleman would have done.
a
Hold on,
cop,
let me
right?
think about this.
Yeah,
yeah, it
right.
was.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he used to do like a full day's work and then train for the Olympia for the first couple,
Yeah.
and still work the day job.
Yeah.
What a fucking mad dog, eh?
He seems like a hell simple cunt as well, but he's not. He's really intelligent, but like, he seems really simple.
He
but
was really
So
intelligent.
these are 200 milligram, 10 mil and 200 milligrams each
mil,
mil,
correct.
right?
Yeah.
So how quickly would have Ronnie gotten through this on like 3,000 milligrams or something?
Honestly, I think he was using well above 1,000 milligrams of test a week.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so I mean that would be what's that?
Well, one bottle is
So he'd have
2,000 is one bottle.
That'll last him 2 jabs. One of those bottles.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
How do you even jab that much in your ass? Hey, like
You separate them. You got to do like some
Yeah.
in one cheek, some in the other cheek, some in your shoulder. But that's
yeah.
just the testosterone. Like that's
That's
not,
just the test,
That's
yeah.
not to count all the other things that he was taking as well. Like
Yeah,
all
yeah,
the
yeah.
anti-estrogen
It
drugs.
feels like he might have just been popping the top off the bottle and just fucking.
I just put this in here.
And then
He just walks around.
upside down. Like,
he just
there you
walks
go,
around with a fucking drip, does some gym, and then that's it. You know, like that's pretty much what you got to do. Like with that much, like Rich Piano or whatever, that guy. He
that was fucking.
He's on like 4,000 or 5,000 or something, and then all this other
That's
shit.
just fucking stupid.
Yeah,
but
I mean,
but
he
he's
died.
dead.
He's dead for a reason.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's what they don't die of natural causes. They just explode, right?
Well, he died from blood sugar.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it was from insulin.
Okay.
Yeah, right.
I'm pretty
Well, he
sure.
said he had
could be
like
wrong, but-
he had like heart issues,
Yeah.
and then they took him to the hospital, and then he probably just carved it.
Well, that's the thing. If you're trying to maintain that amount of calories, but you're also trying to watch your glucose, there's a point of diminishing return there where like if you're chomping down on that much fucking carbs and protein and shit, like it's gonna do some wacky shit to you.
And he used to do that. What's that shit called? The oil,
synthol.
synthol.
Yeah.
He used to do that.
Yeah.
What's that?
Have you seen that?
Is that a
Have you seen
synthetic
some
one?
of those Indian cunts?
No.
Yeah, synthol.
But the fact that you've said India, I'm fucking strapped in.
Guys,
I can't wait.
synthol guy. I'm
Where's
just
this
gonna literally
going?
put synthol guys, and watch what comes up.
What the fuck?
So it's just like an oil. It's an oil that suspends in your muscles, and you inject it in there, and it just stays there. But
Bubble man. That's what it
doesn't-
is.
Look at that motherfucker.
ridiculous.
Look at this guy. There's some titties.
Nah, they're them pecs.
Fuck.
His bicep is square.
Yeah, he's got tit. Like
What the fuck? They are tits.
They are
There's
tits.
some good tits though.
they are pretty good. They probably feel pretty real because it's oil. It's not like not like women's tits.
that's like, do you-
and they're always Indian for some reason. Why?
Do you inject it like intramuscularly so that like it puffs up that area, or is it systematic?
So like when we, like some there are some pros out there who haven't been known to use it, but they use it in pretty smart ways to like kind of
not this much
to even out their
Look at this
the
fucking
tiny
cunt.
minor indiscrepancies between left and right.
He looks somewhat confused. He's like, I'm buff, I guess. Hey Ma, look at me. Look at the fucking tuck shop.
I don't understand how they think it actually looks
Oh,
good.
look there, he's actually he's Brazilian. This
Oh,
guy.
that one on the left. What is it?
He's just pumping it straight in there, eh?
Saradi. What is that
where?
on the left?
This guy. Oh, this where? That guy.
Yeah, that guy. Yeah, what the fuck is going on there?
It looks like a tumor.
What's he lifting?
It does. It looks
Great
like
calipers.
It looks like fucking what's his face from Total Recall? Get to the reactor. Fucking Quado. Quado arms.
Quado.
Quaid. Get to the gym.
Give me Sinthor.
Get to the gym.
That's hectic, eh? Why would you do that to yourself? That's a mental health problem.
Oh, for sure.
Oh,
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Um,
If you have to have your arms sag like a fucking saggy titty from the back end, and you still think you're not big enough, there's a bit of an issue there.
It's the Ronnie Coleman version of tuck shop arms. So I just quickly, I really want to fucking find if this video is real or not. But apparently, there's been a video floating around.
Yes.
Of old mate Arnie fucking doing a bit of a blow bang at fucking some Diddy freak off like from years ago, and I was like,
Arnie.
oh,
Hey.
P Diddy.
Arnie at a P Diddy.
Okay, let's look it up. Arnie at
Well, get
P
railed.
Diddy.
Well, giving a blow bang, so fucking
Sucking.
paying his dues.
Well done.
better put Arnold.
I wonder if that's the fee, like
Arnold.
legit. If
That's
that's,
the
the
minimum
fee for
fee.
like, because all these stories that are coming out are like,
Mouth jobs are like coins and assholes
well,
are like notes.
no, apparently this is the thing. Like, you're not allowed in the fucking circle unless you get in the circle. Because I've seen that footage of Beaver fucking giving the football players a blowy at some nightclub.
That's fucked, eh?
Poor
That'd
Beaver.
be big dudes as
doesn't-
well.
I don't think you're going to find it
On
by
Google.
Googling. It feels very much like a deep in 4chan somewhere. Yeah.
It would be, yeah. Yeah, you can't find any of that shit on Google.
So
They
I'll
bury that.
I'll go hunting for it, and I'll either see you guys next week or I'll be in jail.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it'd be interesting what's going to happen with all that stuff when the trials and everything starts.
I mean, the Diddy thing is going to be the fucking red pill for most people. Like,
Oh, yeah.
there's a lot of shit that I think everyone being implicated. It seems like if they come out in support of Kamala, they're either done on the Epstein list
Oh,
or
for
they're
sure.
on the Diddy list, or they're on both.
Who was the one? Like Eminem came out, but I think Eminem, well, he might have been at Diddy's, or who knows, probably was.
Wow, he's been spitting bars at Diddy, so that's fucking interesting.
But like Leonardo DiCaprio on that said nothing for fucking forever, and then just all of a
That's
sudden,
what I mean. Diddy,
that's so
Diddy
dodgy.
comes out and then they're like, I'm in full support of Kamala Harris. Like,
What a fucking! You've seen this one? I don't know if there's any truth to this, but I thought this was funny.
I can't see. 'cause
I
it's screen
asked Bo, and he said it's not true. People are flipping out over the revelation that avocado tastes exactly like clean penis.
I couldn't tell you.
If that's the case, then fucking give me some clean penis. I'm all about it.
Good for you, mate.
Is
Yeah.
that essential omega-3s?
Avocado doesn't taste good by itself, though.
It does not.
It
Nah,
doesn't.
not really.
No. It's like olives. Like everyone who says they like olives are lying. That's a lie.
Oh, I like olives.
If you stuff
No,
it
you
full
don't.
of,
You're talking
if
to
you
an
stuff it
Italian.
full
No,
of
you don't.
cheese and some peppers and shit.
I don't.
Yeah, I'm all about it.
Yeah, but olives themselves.
No, I won't.
Not by themselves.
Why the
It's
fuck
bitter.
would I?
Bitter is not a good
Yeah.
thing.
If they're
That is
marinated to
true.
death, they're really nice.
So bitter is like your way of determining like poisons on like a
Yes.
really fucking.
That's
I don't
true,
know the
yeah.
Word, but you know
Yep.
what I mean. Like it's a instinctual kind of thing, right?
Yeah, it's
Instinctual
true. But
taste
some
of
people
like
don't
poison.
have that thing in their head, and that's why they'll like eat shit or want to be pissed on and all that kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
but do you do
They
that
don't-
because you like olives?
Yes.
Oh, fair enough.
No, I don't.
There's a direct correlation.
I have
spade a
been to
spade.
P Diddy's house though. I'm just.
But
yeah.
avocado does not taste good by itself.
I don't
Like,
think it
it's
does.
it complements things. It's like a paint mixer.
But also, I've never got an avocado. I'm just gonna be like, you know what? That delicious sourdough covered in butter over there. I'm just gonna leave that be and just eat this green thing on its own.
that's it. Suck on
Yeah,
the
it's
tip,
true.
you
There's
know?
some foods.
I'm just gonna suck on this clean penis.
There's some foods you don't eat on their own because you just wouldn't. It's like you wouldn't make toast and then just put butter on it. Because he could.
Why not?
Well, it's just not very good.
You
It's
haven't been to France then, have you?
oh, that's true. Croissants are good.
Fucking their,
But
their
but
butter is off the.
But the
fucking
butter's
chain.
in the croissant. That's what makes it.
Yes,
Yeah.
correct.
But then that's pretty much all it is.
Yeah, I just
They
bread
put
and
cheese
butter.
and shit in there.
But I
yeah,
mean,
okay.
I wouldn't just eat a potato.
No, you definitely
No,
wouldn't.
you
No.
wouldn't. That's stupid.
No.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like soft, mushy water.
Yeah.
It tastes like nothing.
that's true. Avocados do taste like something.
Cock.
Clean cock.
But also, if a clean cock was green and mushy,
Yeah.
Well,
and define clean.
there's only one way we're going to find out.
Does that mean no fori, and if fori is present, clean underneath, and recently washed with an organic soap, unscented soap?
Fori is like having an avocado without taking the fucking shell off the top. That's what it is.
It can't be washed with cocoa butter fucking body lotion because that's going to take away the avocado taste.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's true.
What does avocado really? It doesn't have much of a taste. That's the
No.
thing, right? Like shit like that.
Avocado is the primer of the fruit world.
There you go.
It's an
That's what
undercoat.
yeah, that's it.
Exactly.
It's a mixer,
Your
yeah.
paint analogy.
Oh, it's a
yeah.
fruit.
It's an undercoat.
Yeah.
It's not a vegetable. It's
It's a fruit, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't
Shit
know.
fruit.
What other foods are like that? Like they're just sort of in between foods that taste like shit on their own, but taste good with other things. You said olives.
Yeah, olives.
I'd probably agree.
I mean, capsicum, I wouldn't eat a capsicum on its own, but on
Nah.
a pizza,
Yeah.
fucking wicked.
There's some chick who made a video on some social media thing. She made like a sandwich, but the buns were a red capsicum. I was like, you fucking
Yeah.
kill yourself, hey.
And
That
I'll
was a
I'll
vegan.
bet at the end she was like, and it tastes just as good as a burger does.
No, it doesn't.
There's 100% of vegan that
Yeah.
did that.
Yeah.
No one else
It's,
would do that.
it's the same. I've seen all those ones where it's like, and I've just done a pulled dragon fruit, and you wouldn't even know it's not pork. If you've got taste buds.
Dude, like I'm a glutard, so I can't have gluten, right? And then so some places they don't have the bread, so they go, look, we'll just wrap it in a lettuce leaf, and I'm like, that sounds fucking horrendous. I don't want to do that.
And I'll just kill myself.
yeah, I'm like, I'd prefer just to starve, to be honest.
At least we'll put it in between two big hunks of cheese or something where you're like, yeah,
I would
that's-
do that,
That's
yeah.
a sound idea.
yeah,
Yeah.
It just like,
fucking
well,
lettuce.
that's another one. Bread.
Well, lettuce.
Bread.
No, there's one.
And lettuce.
I see. I just eat bread.
You just eat
Like,
bread?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I bought a baguette yesterday and just ate it on its own.
That's,
Okay,
that's
fucking
a good
awesome.
call, though. Yeah.
I would still
But yeah,
classify it
lettuce.
as something that you normally.
Dragon
It-
fruit.
Oh.
Dragon
Dragon
fruit
fruit.
tastes like nothing.
Yeah.
That's shit. Nice texture, though.
What about chicken? Like chicken breast tastes like nothing.
I
No, it
fucking
tastes like chicken.
I hate
it doesn't
chicken
taste
breast.
like chicken flavoring, though. It doesn't
No.
taste what
Yes.
chicken should taste like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Oh, but no, that's what when you make chicken broth and you boil down all the chicken like carcass and shit. That's what
Oh,
makes
yeah.
that chicken.
Yeah,
flavor.
but that's everything other than the breast. The breast has fucking
nothing.
zero flavor.
Yeah, it
that's
doesn't.
true.
That's why all those dudes who are like, oh, I just eat chicken breast and broccoli or whatever for gains, and I'm like, your taste buds must be so out of
yeah,
practice.
it sucks. I've been doing it because I stopped eating red meat.
I mean,
Just to see how much summer would go.
eventually, if you wank with sandpaper long enough, you'll start to get used to that as well.
Fucking hell.
And you have a nice clean dick subsequently. Sorry, I mean
And then you have an avocado dick. You can put it in your fucking sandwich.
And it probably will be green and fucking mushy.
yeah. Fuck. Yeah, I don't know who came up with that idea. There's someone was sucking a dick and they're like, I feel like avocado.
That's it. Look, it's the same guy. It's the same guy who was like, achoo. Oh, it's about an eighth.
yeah.
Like, who did the what metric, what measurement system are we using for cum scale? Like vinegar stroke.
Yeah, who came up with the idea of nearly killing themselves and then jerking off at the same time to come? Like, who was the first person that did that and thought it was a good thing?
Well, I'll tell you who failed at it, Michael Hutchins.
Yeah, he did, eh? It's a fine line, eh?
Yeah.
I guess that's what makes people want to do it.
I guess that's what that song was about.
Yeah.
Fine line between pleasure and pain.
Like it's all tying in. It's like when chicks ask you to strangle them when you're fucking them. I'm like, I'll do it if you want me to do it, but like,
It's that Louis C.K. bit where he's like, "See,
Yeah.
you want me to almost rape you in the off chance that you're into it."
yeah. Yeah, well, that's what I found dodgy about what's his name? I don't know his name, but there was like an influencer guy. So I don't care about him at all when he's a fuckhead. But he was here for some reason in Perth, and what the fuck the influencers do, I don't know. They just have like a meeting or something, and people come and they get autographs and shit. And then some bird, this is in Perth, and he's a foreign guy. And then some bird went to his hotel room, and then he fucked her, and then they said that he's raped her, or she made the complaint that he raped her, and so now he's stuck in Australia in prison until they do all the court stuff. He's not allowed to leave.
Sick.
Because, obviously if he goes back
Just
to the
because she
UK...
said so, like, with no evidence.
Yeah, well, I don't know what the evidence could be. I suppose they found out that I don't know how long after she did it, but the thing was, right, the thing that got me, I'm like, look, everyone obviously jumps on the bandwagon straight away, or women do anyway, and then just like fucking soy boys. But I'm just like, all right, well, I don't know this guy. And then from everything I was reading, everyone was saying he's a nice guy. So I'm like, oh, it doesn't mean he's not a rapist. He could be closet rapist. But like, if you're that famous and you got that much pussy thrown at you, what the fuck are you raping anyone?
Also, innocent until proven guilty, bro. Yeah. Not the other way around.
Not the other way around. You know how people are, though, especially with the rape thing. They just jump straight on it.
And this is the thing. Like, personally, and I probably in the past would have been accused of being like, it sounds like you might have done it, until I knew a chick who stitched 2 dudes up, like big time, and it fucked their lives.
That's fucked.
Yeah. And I didn't find out till years later that she'd stitched them up. I thought it had happened.
Oh.
And then I was like, that is
what
not
a
very
cunt.
interesting.
That's the biggest cunt.
You can't really back out of that lie, though, once you convince everyone you've been raped. You can't be like, look, maybe you didn't fucking rape me that hard.
No, but see, that's the thing. These 2 dudes didn't get their lives back. Their lives are fucked now.
Of course not.
Yeah.
Should there be
trash.
Should there be a reverse punishment for that, like double jeopardy?
Yeah, fucking
like,
oath.
you should be able to legally go rape him then.
Fucking oath. World record time.
It's like, you got 2 options. You can go to jail or he rapes you.
Or you let Ronnie
anyway.
Fucking just like they get in the chair, but it's just in front of like a glass screen, just into a room, and he's just going to rape her.
You go, you got to go harder than that. She deserves it. No,
this is Grok, our robot fuck machine controlled by ChatGPT.
But that guy, so he's in a holding cell or whatever until they work out how to prosecute him. I was sort of like, well, I'm on the fence here, don't know, until they said that her story is that she went there, he was like, they were making out or whatever, and then she was like, oh, I don't really remember what happened. I woke up and I was naked and bloody blah. But she said, oh yeah, he was choking. He just started choking me. And as soon as I heard that, I'm like, that's bullshit. No man ever in existence has gone anywhere near choking a woman unless they know
unless
that the woman
fucking asked for it. Literally, yeah.
Unless the woman's like, fucking choke me.
Yeah.
You're not gonna bang some chick that you don't really know and just go for a throat. There's no fucking
Especially
way.
before you come, you don't want to. You know what I mean?
unless you're a Patrick Bateman type, and that is just your fucking.
If you're
killer.
a rapist, But if you're just a regular dude, every dude knows you don't do anything like that.
That's not part of the average dude's sex vernacular.
No fucking way.
No. Sex vernacular.
And if you did like that, you would say it beforehand.
Yeah.
I like being rough, so if you don't like it,
strap yourself in.
That's the thing. The moment you went for it, you'd be like, nah. And you're like, okay, well, I'm not going to do that then.
that's it.
Not just like, oh, I'll fucking roll with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one chick, I was banging one chick once, right? She's a paramedic. And so she'd seen a lot of fucking horrific shit. And I think that just desensitized her. So she was like, she wanted to be strangled.
I was going to say, is it a bit the same as like chicks that ride horses where they're like, they're just always a bit.
It's always the horse riding chicks.
Yeah, it's same. Yeah, same. I was dating a chick that worked at a fucking mortuary, and she was into some
fuck. Yeah, she
fucking
would.
dark shit. And I was like,
right.
You'd have to be into dark.
She's
shit to go
definitely
there.
fucked like a corpse with rigor mortis. Just got
That's-
a rock hard cock.
that's like, I was like, fuck, this is start. It was verging into territory where I was like, oh, this is getting one more notch, and we might be done. I might have to call it quits.
Yeah, so she was like,
What is that notch though?
well, that's necrophilia.
I
isn't
didn't find out.
it? Isn't that what it's
We're
called?
yet to find
Necrophilia?
out. I guess so. Yeah.
I want you to fuck me at work in front of all the dead bodies.
I want you to kill me, then fuck me. I'm like,
So she was like, she wanted me to strangle her or something. Well, whatever. All right, I'll do it. She's like telling me to do it harder. I'm like, this is fucked up. And then she goes, well, now I want you to fuck me like from behind, and I want you to punch me.
what?
And I'm like, punch you where? And she's like, punch me, like in the back of the head, punch me. I'm like, there's no fucking way I'm doing that. That's what she said. And I'm like, there's no way I'm doing that because this is going to go from sex to rape.
Yeah,
'Cause-
see, this is the thing, right? I couldn't, if you told me to play punch you, I don't know what play punching is.
Yeah.
I could not punch someone or punch the fuck out of someone. There's no like,
Yeah.
Nah.
There's no medium.
It seemed like she wanted it to be like hard.
did she want you to just like
I guess so.
fucking
I don't know.
Flintstone style, like bonker?
I wanted to be bopped, dickhead.
I was like, I just said I'm not doing it. Sorry, I'm out. And then
Yeah.
I didn't see her again because I'm like, this is too much for me.
Yeah, anything else is fine, but yeah, punching is like,
Yeah.
yeah, or like.
Well, what if you accidentally punch a bit too hard and you fucking cut
Exactly.
his
That's what
brainstem off?
That's what I'm fucking saying.
Well,
yeah.
he said it was cool.
So what if that chick allegedly was like, oh yeah, fucking choke me or whatever, and he's like, okay, I'm not into it, and then
Yeah.
she fucking blacks
That's what
out.
I think. Like, straight away, I'm like, I'm on this guy's side for now. Like, he might still be a rapist, but no dude goes straight into strangle a chick. It just doesn't happen.
The biggest problem is like, the thing that's fucking not in his favor is he's a YouTuber. Like literally, that's
Yeah.
the first part of your defense. What do you do for work, sir? I'm a YouTuber.
All right. You might as well be a rapist.
Well, have you got anything that proves you didn't do it? Because at the
Yeah.
moment,
Oh, I got an argument on fucking TikTok because there's some Australian chick. This guy was interviewing her. Apparently, she's like a famous influencer in Australia, and she was talking about how much money she earns. And everyone's like, "She deserves it. She's so talented." I didn't even know who it was, and I'm like, "Someone tell me what this bitch actually fucking does." Like she doesn't do anything. Like like good on her for polishing a turd. She doesn't do anything, and she's earning fucking thousands of dollars. I reckon that's awesome. But she's useless. And everyone's like, no, she's not. And I go, well, tell me what she does then. What's her skill? No one said shit. No one ever told me.
When the electricity goes out, how is she going to benefit society? Bro? She is fucked.
It's true. I mean, it's a bit hypocritical on a podcast talking shit, but it's like we don't make thousands of fucking dollars and we all have jobs and skills.
That's right.
She doesn't. She's a young girl, right? So her only skill that I could think of was she's good at promoting herself.
Yeah.
So advertising.
Yeah.
She'd be good at that.
But not when there's no electricity.
No. Well,
Yeah, then you're just yelling around the town.
beans for sale. Everyone's
town crier.
Everyone's fucked.
Oh yeah.
But there's plenty of people who do better than that.
Oh,
You know what I mean? Like,
and who do less. The people, for instance, there's a guy who has like 13 million followers, and all he does is open products that companies have sent him.
Oh.
That's it. No review, no nothing. Just
Really?
opens
And goes,
it up
wow.
and just goes, oh, look at this. And the box is this. And anyway, have a good day, guys. And use my coupon code, I'm a cunt.
Man, the level
20% off.
Don't you think that like the internet, especially with TikTok, made it 10 times worse? It's just made the level of skill involved in anything just drop to next to nothing. Like these useless fucks like ASMR and like the guy you just said.
There you
And
go.
they're
20
getting
million
famous.
Why the fuck aren't I doing this? I could be making money just from.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Props to them for being able to polish a fucking turd because they're useless cunts that should just kill themselves. But they're making thousands of dollars.
Do you know the worst part of it is it's not them that are the useless cunts; it's the useless cunts that are
That watch
supporting
it.
them.
That's
true.
man. This
That's
is
the problem.
This is
Yeah.
the thing. So I'll admit it now. I play a little bit of Call of Duty because I'm a 13-year-old
fucking awesome.
teenager. Yeah, because it's fun as fuck.
Fuck yeah, it
But
is.
there's the amount of fucking autistic fuckwits that are making millions of dollars. People
it's
just
going to be an
send-
Olympic sport.
Man, they're
Like video games.
Is it really?
They're
Oh, yeah,
just-
it would be.
Yeah,
They're
yeah,
sitting there with all their autistic greatness, just playing this fucking game, surrounded by Monster Energy cans, and people just send them money, and I'm like,
Oh,
why?
yeah, for like the
If
hell
you
good
didn't
ones.
send them money, they'd still be doing this thing. Why are you giving them
Yeah,
money?
that is weird.
What?
That does
what?
transition into
No,
one.
that's what I mean.
Well, no, but it does transition into one thing. They're going to end up piloting drones that fucking take out the Russians and the Ukrainians and the whoever else is Israelis.
Or piloting the drones delivering pizzas from Domino's.
That's true. They might do that.
Achievement
But
unlocked.
look, I mean, that's a skill. It's a fucking skill.
Look,
you can translate
and
it.
I welcome it. I need garlic bread and pizzas. So
Yeah. Did you see that dude that shot one down? Because they have not Domino's, but a pizza thing in America, and this old bloke came outside and he saw one hovering above his house and shot it with his revolver.
So we have
Then
one
he got
that
in
like
trouble for it.
haunts our streets. Someone in the street is flying one over our properties and shit, and I'm very
Really?
close to getting a weapon and fucking shooting it down.
Yeah.
Because
You should.
It might just be some kid next door. It could also be some
fuck him.
fucking sketchy cunt. And either way, I want a sunbake nude out the back. So
How many people
right
has the
to.
drone caught doing that? I wonder. Probably heaps.
there'd definitely be people on the job.
Yeah.
Like, they'd be driving around yards going, "Oh, old mate's fucking nuts up, you'll guilty."
Man, I used to live basically across the road from Amplifier and Capital in an apartment complex. And across the road is that Wilson's car
car
park,
park.
and it's the only open top one. And so like I was on the 9th or 10th floor. And like every morning I'd wake up.
People chopping up top.
Yeah, all sorts of shit up there, man. Like
I parked my car up there once, like up on the second one, and I walked up to the top one accidentally, and some dude was getting a blowy, and I was like,
really?
Phew.
That's hilarious. And yeah, so there's all sorts of like bosses banging their secretaries. The funniest one I saw was the one night there was one dude on one level, the light was still on. He was the only one in the office working away, stressing away. You know, he's like worked all day, got to get his report finished. And there's this fucking like 50-year-old lady cleaning around the place. So it's just two people, right? She's cleaning around. She gets closer to him. They talk for a minute. Starts fucking her on the fucking office desk. And me and my housemate are just like going, "You seeing this shit?" And he just like, I don't know what he said. He probably just like literally they weren't talking for long. So either they've done it before, or he's just like, "Want to bang?"
Want to fuck? Yeah.
She's like, "Yeah, fuck yeah, I'll bang," and it was on. So
I've never. I must admit, in all of my staunchly heterosexual fucking life, I've never just walked up to a chick and gone, "Want to fuck." I've always put a little bit of groundwork in.
Yeah,
I've never just had a like, or she's been like, "I want to fuck you." I've never walked up to someone and just point blank gone, "Want to fuck."
It does, like guys that have that confidence, it does work, but it takes a lot of hit and miss.
Thailand doesn't count, bro.
Damn it! All right, fuck.
He's got you there.
Okay.
No, but like I had a mate that was like that. He would just didn't care. Like he played the numbers rather
That's
than.
what I was going to say. Was he ask 50 and get one? Yeah.
That's it. But he still got it. But he had to go through many, and then like the quality again is not going to be.
But you know what? I'm like fucking bravo because
Yeah.
I couldn't do. I'd do 3 or 4 and I'd just be like, I can't be fucked.
Yeah, same. Me neither.
I'm done.
I can't be fucked either.
Don't know.
All these
Have a
bitches are
wank.
staring at me. Fuck this.
Yeah. Last one was a guy.
I had it one time. I remember he had that much confidence. There was 2 girls sitting like on this. We were at some fucking party and there was a big bush fire and everyone was sitting around. There was 2 girls sitting on this log. He goes, "Right, I'm going to try pick up one in under 60 seconds." I'm like, "All right." I go, "Ding." "All right, go." And he goes and sits down. He's like, "Hey, how you doing?" She's like, "Yeah, good." And he's like, "So you want to make out with me, or like you want to come back to me?" She's like, "No." Ew. And he goes, "Okay." Gets up, walks around to the other side, sits down next to the other girl. He goes, "Hey, how you doing?" "What are you doing tonight?" And she's like, "Are you fucking serious? You were just doing this to my friend
like,
who's
"Yeah."
just there." And he's like, "Yeah, I don't give a fuck." And I'm like,
And then she's
"Man,
like, "Oh well, okay."
yeah." I just don't have that type of confidence to do that level of.
No, it's not. It's not even confidence. It's shame. Like
Yeah,
I've got confidence, but I also have fucking like morals and shame, and I'm like I can't be fucked with that.
According to that guy, though, that's a you problem.
That's right. That's right. 100%.
Yeah, but like, fuck, like I personally think like I saw a video the other day when they were talking about like younger girls nowadays have got like 20, 25 plus bodies under them and they're only like 19 and 18 or whatever. And I don't know if you agree with this, but I definitely can tell the girls that have had a lot. I'm not talking hundreds because you can easily tell that, but like that have had a fair amount or have had hardly any.
Yeah.
They give away secrets when you talk to them. You can tell who are they hanging around, what type of girls are they friends with.
That's a really interesting point because I think it's the same energy that you give off when you're in a fresh relationship. So you've been single.
Yeah.
Because like for some reason that first week or two when you're in a new relationship, every chick in the place is just all over you, and you're like, where the fuck were you while I was wanking into a hat for fucking 6 months, cunt?
That's very true. Yeah.
And it's like now I can't do anything about it. Like it's the same thing. Like they give off something.
Yeah. There's a lot of things though. It's like the way they talk, or like, I mean, obviously the obvious one is how quickly can you pick them up? Like if you just go there and it's like the first date you're fucking them, you're like, well, you've probably done this many times before,
Either that or I'm just a fucking genius.
Not likely with me anyway. But yeah, so I don't know. I think it's pretty obvious. And then you can tell the ones that are like hardly had any, and they're happy that way, and they seem a lot more reserved and less.
There's like a fear. There's like a an incel kind of energy for us, but it's a fear for them. Like
that's true.
They're just like, oh no, I don't know, and you're like, this is unexplored space.
Yeah, like if a chick's like if you're chatting up some bird and she's sending you photos within like an hour or something, you're like, oh, this is relegated to just the one nighter.
Yeah,
This one's hangs like a sleeve of wizard. For
Exactly. You know that thing in video games where it's like an area of the map you haven't explored yet, and it's just dark. Like that's just their fanny. There's a question mark there. You're like, fuck.
Yeah. I don't know, but yeah, like everything I've seen, it just seems that like all these young blokes, all they're doing is playing Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Not fucking socializing. Nightclubs are apparently like just dying in the ass. No one's going to them.
But for starters, who the fuck can afford to go out drinking? Seriously,
That's a big one, especially for younger people. They don't have much spare coin.
It's I've done the math of like what we used to drink if we'd go out, or if we like play a show and then drink till fucking 5 or 6. Literally half a week's wages.
Yeah,
like it would not be possible.
Nah.
And like, remember all those days back in the day where you'd go, it'd be like Saturday night looking at your fucking bank balance going, I don't need that extra 100 for food. Now it would be like, oh, I don't need to pay any bills for the next 6 months or my mortgage.
Yeah.
Fuck that
Dude,
noise.
like, especially like,
so they're going to grow up to be androgynous, autistic,
for sure,
Call of Duty wizards.
Give great hand jobs though.
Yeah,
they give great hand jobs because that's all they do.
It's true.
Yeah.
They'll have zero social skills if they don't already.
They'll probably be gay anyway,
That's
or
what I
bi.
mean. Yeah.
So
Yeah. Like,
so that's the thing. It'll just be a conga line of dudes just fucking screaming eagle and playing Call of Duty like with their feet.
well, no wonder it's like, wasn't it 3 to 1 or some shit suicide rate in Australia? I think it's everywhere. But men are fucking killing themselves, the younger dudes. No one's talking about it. I was watching this guy talk about it the other day, and he's like, have you noticed, and I don't know if this is planned or what, but when governments talk about what they're going to do, they're talking about the economy, they're talking about like immigration, they're talking about all these things that they feel are the big issues. The biggest one that I can see is men are just struggle town, like young dudes.
Testosterone deficiency.
Well, that
globally,
too. All sorts of stuff. But like that's clearly one of the worst, and no one's saying shit about it.
And think about it. Like, what's the easiest way to decimate a population? I mean,
Yeah.
take away their weapons.
Get rid of the
Yeah.
breeders.
Decimate fucking masculinity. Get rid of breeding. There you go. Like that's 75% of the population.
So they don't even talk about it. No one says shit. Not one politician has said anything about it. And so it just goes unnoticed. No one cares. And then like people care about women's issues because women tend to care about women's issues, whereas men just go harden the fuck up, shut up.
No, but
get back
also
to it.
that's part of this agenda is to bring that divide and bring that androgyny between the two like more towards the center because that's what they want. They do want just a fucking cyborg race of androgynous weirdos that that play the game.
Yeah, it's true. So I don't know how it turns around. It's going to get worse before it gets better, for sure. And young dudes are just fucked. They're just like, if you play Call of Duty every day and you never go out and drink piss with your mates and do all that, you're going to be a fucking loser.
Or just get out in the fucking sun and do something outside. Like
anything,
Like it's not. Well,
I wouldn't say that.
It's not good. There's been times where I've played for like 2 hours and I'm like, oh fuck.
2 hours is nothing compared to some of these guys.
That's what I mean. Like for me, I was like, well, I need to go and do something.
Yeah,
that's
I
not
100% agree with that.
And then you see dudes who are like, hey guys, I'm into my fucking 18th hour of streaming. And you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah. But remember like when we started getting video games, they weren't that good. Like Mario Kart was fucking awesome fun. But
Not
it was
18 hours worth. Though.
Nah,
Fuck
you're
that.
1 hour and you're like, all right, this is fucking boring. Let's go do something else.
Yeah.
But now, like, you get like,
Have you ever heard of a little game called GoldenEye? Like,
GoldenEye,
we
you could
played
definitely
fucking
play,
72 hour straight, like,
oh, but that's different.
bottles. Fucking
Yeah, because that's when it started getting into like
hectic.
online shit, and like that was the start of it, right?
Well,
and like
GoldenEye
first
wasn't
person,
online, but
Like
it
when,
was
like
like-
when porn came out on phones for the first time, like wanking just went up like
Oh,
400%
fuck yeah.
overnight.
That's like that was the thing, right? Like to download a picture of Pamela Anderson,
Oh,
it took
fuck.
a few hours. And then at some point, this cunt's like, I've got her rooting fucking Tommy Lee on
Tommy
my phone,
Lee,
bro.
yeah, that was pretty shit to be honest. It was good back then, but like, yeah, not that great.
Pammy Tits was all right.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah.
I didn't really want to see Tommy Lee dick, but
Nah.
I mean, I'll put up with that.
What is it with fucking skinny fucks with massive
Yeah,
cocks?
it's like all,
Makes
it's
no
like all
sense.
the mass is directed into their cock. Like,
yeah,
They're like, well, we've made you skinny and lean, so here's the rest of it.
it's so fucking weird. Like it's just out of proportion completely.
That's what he might be the nexus point or that first singularity of the phrase big dick energy. Because he does roll
Maybe.
around like he is King Dick, and
Does,
well,
yeah.
he's fucking,
As you would.
He's got a hammer on him.
Yeah.
So good luck to him.
Yeah. Well, your mate says he's packing.
Yeah.
Gay, mate.
Yeah, well, wouldn't they all though? Wouldn't they all say they are?
They probably
Because
would.
it's all
course.
boys against boys. It's just
Yeah,
fucking
that's what.
testosterone.
Not
like.
only have you got a literal dick measuring contest, but you're trying to fuck the other
Yeah,
dude as well.
yeah,
Like
you're trying to dominate him.
that's what was that Chappelle bit where he's like, "It's the most gangster shit ever." Because he's like, "You want to fuck that dude?" Like,
Yeah, it is pretty
dominate
hardcore.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
I
I
feel-
couldn't
I
think of
feel like-
anything more hard than someone fucking you up the ass
What if
with an
though,
8-inch cock.
What if
that
you're-
takes some fucking balls to do
What
that?
if you're a, well? It takes some cock to do
Take
that.
some cock. Yeah.
If you were a like super effeminate like sub, but you had a massive dick, and like every time you hook up with some dude, he's like, "Well, you're massive, so you're going to be
you
the
have
fucking."
to, yeah.
He'd be like, "Fuck."
That's what I don't.
Chris was telling me all about that shit. He
What
got
do you mean?
he got dick fished.
Oh yeah,
Dick
dick
yeah,
fish.
so some guy sent him a picture of this cock, and he went, "Yeah, come around." 'Cause
Yeah, he
he's
told, yeah.
he's what we call what was it?
Oh,
Not a gopher, not a beaver.
nah.
the words, man. The words are so
Fuck.
good.
An otter.
No, that's what he is. That's
yeah,
what
yeah,
you're
an
made.
otter. So he goes both ways, but he prefers to be a bottom, right? So this guy sent him this picture of this big, massive cock, and this guy came around, and it was like fucking tiny, and he was like, "What the fuck am I going to do with
Dick
this?"
fish.
So he just fell in, and he was so disappointed.
As in like catfish,
Yeah,
but for dicks.
dick fish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
look. Speaking of which, I'm not going to show it. I could show it on the Patreon, but this chick sent this right. So the ad that I used to have, she just sent. Can you see that from here? Can you see that? So it just says need hard cot pig, and then it's a fucking picture of this like middle-aged woman with her flaps like right up at the fucking camera.
Yeah, they are up front and
Oh,
personal.
whoa.
But got rid of the hair. Good luck to her.
Yeah, I mean, someone would do it.
Someone will be into it.
Game
Yeah.
of numbers.
Yeah.
Really. She's just playing that game.
What's it? You can't get to the
I mean,
princesses
who
without
has
getting through
not
the dragons?
Yeah, who has not done that and then been like, yeah, fuck. Everyone's done one of those, at least one.
Everyone would do it. It's just the post nut regret. Like that's the
right.
problem. Everyone would do it, but then it's that moment after you go, oh, fucking
What have I
hell.
done that
Yeah.
for? Fuck's sake.
Yeah, I don't tend to do that much anymore. I used to do a lot when I was younger.
That is that's a follow your cock type thing
Oh,
where you're
for
like, oh,
sure,
this is
yeah.
a sick idea. This is a sick idea.
You know what brings it
Oh,
back?
I
You know what
fucking
brings
hate
it back? This fucking stuff.
Yeah.
As soon as you take that, you turn into an 18-year-old dickhead again.
Yeah, that's the problem. Like I have a fucking I don't have issues with a sex drive anyway, so that might fucking send me to the moon.
Yeah,
it
man.
does.
It definitely does, yeah.
Just be a walking
I
hard
literally,
on.
whenever I have like people use it for the first time, I'll say to them like, "You can call me if you get angry, or if you can't leave it alone and you just can't stop wanking. Just give me a call, man, and I'll tell you to calm down."
And I'll do it
And they're
for you.
like- they start laughing, and I'm like, "No, it'll happen."
Just get an avocado.
and it happens. It happens. They literally call like, "Man, I fucking whacked off like 8 times today. I can't stop." I'm like, "Bro, you just got to do something else."
dust.
Yeah, you do have to do something else. Gym.
Yeah.
And just try and get all that energy out.
Remember why you're taking them in the first place? Have you been to
Yeah.
the gym yet? Oh yeah, that's right.
You know what? I would seriously, I'd buy a new double kick pedal and just sit there with my fucking bass drum and just work on exercise. Fucking
But what did we used to do when we were 18 to like distract you? Drink piss.
Yeah.
And
Try and fuck women.
no,
Try
well,
fuck women,
see,
yeah, that's what-
that was the thing. Well, when I was 18, I was working. I was playing basketball, indoor cricket, and football.
okay. That's heaps.
Playing music
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
chasing
no
chicks,
time.
drinking piss. Like that's
Yeah.
There wasn't a moment of like, oh, I'll just sit at home and just chill out and play some video games. It was
Nah.
fucking. Most of them were vagina related though. It was like it was in the pursuit of fanny.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Why do men do anything? Like,
Yeah.
we do it so that we get better at things and really good at things, so it helps us get pussy.
There
That's
wouldn't even,
literally
if,
it.
if men weren't chasing fanny, there wouldn't even be mountains.
No.
Like, we wouldn't build bridges. We wouldn't
Fuck
build
no.
anything.
Like Dave Chappelle would be fucking sleeping in a cardboard box.
Yeah. World War II,
wouldn't be doing
can't be
anything.
fucked.
Nah. It's fucking, it's that drive.
Well, look at it this way: there'd be no new world order.
That's true. Yeah.
Maybe that's what they're fishing for: just androgynous, sexless, asexual people.
Yeah.
And there'll never be a new world order ever again because no one gives a fuck about it, except Call of Duty and Monster Energy.
Yeah, it's true.
Only
I don't know.
fans will just be chicks playing checkers.
It's good. Like, obviously, like it's not a downside if you look at it as a downside having the sex drive back. But I did find out one piece of information that apparently a lot of men who jump on the gear and they've never really done it much or go on high doses who are married or have a partner, they end up breaking up. Or he cheats on
just
them.
chasing it.
Yeah, because the partner's like used to just once or twice a week or whatever, and all of a sudden he's like, I want to fuck you every day, and they're like, no, thank you.
That's why you meet your missus while you're on a cycle and you set the standard early.
Fuck yeah, that's
Twice
what you
a
do. Or you just find a fucking horny bitch.
Yeah.
That just wants it. But then the problem is you got to stay on the cycle because if you come off, then she's raping you all the time.
Yeah, it's easy done. Just fuck your testosterone so you have to. That's what I did.
Yeah, it's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
17-year-old mentality forever.
Man, I'll tell you what, I was hell nervous because, like, you know, in Thailand, you literally walk into a pharmacy and you're like, hormones? And they're like, oh, yes, 1 second. And they pull out a book.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck? I'm looking through. It's fucking got everything, man. Growth hormone, every type of testosterone you can think of. Some shit I'd never even heard of before. I'm like, what the fuck? Oh, that's for horses. And I'm like, right, okay. Yeah. And I'm looking through it all, and I just go, I'll have that, and that. And I'm like, you know, okay, this is going to be dangerous because, like, if I want to bang,
you'll end up fucking a man.
Oh, or even that, yeah.
Multiple men.
You might just be like, oh, whatever, I've never done it before. I'll fucking give it a go. Like, the testosterone just takes over.
Yeah, see, that's the problem because I used to be a victim of that fucking dick thinking when I was like 17, 18.
Yeah.
Every single time, you're like, oh, fuck. That wasn't a good idea.
It comes back. But
post-nut regret every single time. So I don't need that again in my early 40s.
And the worst thing is, this is what I would feel sorry more for about with like younger dudes. Like we've talked about it before. We didn't have a fucking phone that you can search Pornhub on or Tinder or Bumble or all that bullshit. So like you end up just like having that mindset of like back when you're 20 because you're on the test. That's what I was doing. Tinder swiping, Bumble swiping, looking at porn, and I'm like, fuck, this is such a waste of time. Like I'm wasting hours doing it.
That's the ironic thing is I think back to like pre-internet, pre-phones, where there's a sort of, what is it, like 15 to 18, where you're not old enough to buy stick mags yet. You're just stuck in this no porn limbo
Imagination
area,
wank,
and
man.
you've got the fucking highest sex drive of all time, and you're just relying on some cunt leaving pages in the bush somewhere.
Yeah.
Like, also, why is it always the bush? Why does someone always leave?
Oh, and the
bush?
paper bins. Remember the recycle paper bins? I used to fucking jump in them because they'd always have porn mags in there.
Really?
Yeah.
I never thought about
That's
that.
what we used to do. Yeah.
It was with us. It was like fucking basketball cards. You just trade between friends.
Yeah, you did.
Hey man, I've got a fucking 1983 Playboy. You want to fucking trade for this one? Yeah, sick.
I had a porn, the first of VHS. I don't know where we got it from. Stole it from someone's old man or something. It was called Black Widow.
Nice.
Yeah, and I'm like, I didn't even know what it was about. I didn't care. And it was like a late 70s porn. You know, it would have been for us, we would have been like mid 90s, early 90s.
So just Bush Town.
Bush Town, yeah, but we didn't give a fuck. We were like, this is so good.
That was my mate found his dad's porno stash, and like we watched a few of them, like just curious just to see what was going on. I was never able to look his old man in the eyes ever again. It was the most hardcore shit. Pissing, fucking shitting, just all sorts of stuff. And I was like, oh, bro, I can't look at you ever. Like, I don't know if I respect you anymore. Don't you ever tell me off because I've got shit on you.
Yeah.
It was rough. Like, not good. And it was like, I'd say like mid 80s. So like imagine finding shit that hardcore
back then.
Like you would be on a watch list somewhere.
Yeah.
You would have to fly to Germany to get that stuff. That's what it felt like.
Well, the other thing was, right, like, and I've noticed it because, like, as men, you can still pull young birds. If you want to pull a young bird, you can still get one, right? So, like, back when I was 20 chasing girls my age, there's no fucking chance you're going to fucking do any kind of anals or any, like, her fucking, like, the fucking choking on your cock.
It wasn't even in.
No
in the
way.
ballpark,
If you did that, you were a fucking hero of like the whole fucking of your year at school or whatever the fuck, because it just didn't happen. And then as soon as like the phones came out and internet was just readily accessible, because back then, like for us to get porn, women are not going to rifle through a fucking newspaper bin.
Well,
or like, and they probably never even saw porn.
Yeah, and you know, it's nowadays that would be like back then. Playing Enter Sandman was pretty sick, and nowadays playing all that Polyphia fucking shit is the norm, and it's like it's stepped up.
It's stepped up. Yeah.
So then BDSM is like the entry level sex thing in like fucking year 7 now.
Yeah, I reckon it would be, man.
Yeah,
probably.
Imagine being a father to a daughter in like another
Oh,
10
no
years.
fucking
Dude,
way.
Fuck
fucking,
that.
Yeah.
It'd be one thing
Fuck
having
that.
like stressful having kids, but then having a daughter.
Oh,
Yeah.
Josh,
fuck that.
I wonder what Josh is going to do. He's got
yeah.
guns too.
that's fucking
Fuck
yeah.
being the dude that takes his fucking daughter out on a date.
What was that thing Jim Jeffries said? He was talking about, he has a boy. He's like, yeah, I want him to go and I want him to get all the pussy he can. But when you have a daughter, you don't look at her and go, oh, I hope you have a lot of cocks.
Yeah.
No, you definitely don't.
Yeah, and the fact that it's accelerating so much is like these poor girls are just going to be swimming through a tidal wave of dicks. Like,
But like,
but then again, will they, or will these little Call of Duty incels be too afraid to?
Well,
fucking,
they're the skinny ones with the big cocks.
that's true.
but then they're not doing anything with them
Oh,
because
yeah,
they're
they
too.
should be
They're,
safe.
they don't. Their cock doesn't work because
Strong
they've
thumbs,
drunk fucking 60 Monster Energies for the day.
Yeah, but so like girls like back in the day, they wouldn't have watched porn. I mean, some of them would have because maybe they knew their old man had one or something.
That's
but
I mean, it's hard because obviously girls like I've stayed age appropriate through my years, but girls back then seemed more fucking repressed, I guess,
Oh,
because they
sure.
didn't have access to all that shit.
No.
So when they get their kid off, they just turn into a fucking monster, and you're like, Jesus Christ, where did this come
okay,
from?
yeah, there's that.
Always
but
the
they
quiet
never,
ones
but
too.
there, yeah, but there was never like you can tell that girls watched porn. I could almost tell the shift in time from like girls that were like they were repressed, and they would do dirty shit, but not like porn dirty shit.
MSN Messenger. That's when I first noticed it.
Yeah, okay.
Because I'd start chatting to a girl, and then 5 minutes later, she'd be sending me fucking mood
Nudes,
pics, and I was
yeah.
like, Jesus Christ!
Like
the internet's
gagging on
awesome.
cock was not something that happened.
No.
I noticed until maybe 15 years ago now, or a bit more, 20 years ago.
Well, anal, like you said, anal
was not-
Anal
no.
was like some sort of unachievable fucking.
Oh, for sure.
And I'm pretty sure the reason like most of us wanted it is because it was so unachievable
Yeah.
at the time. Like,
Yeah, 100%.
I don't even enjoy it that much.
No.
It's just like I just want to tick it off the list.
Yeah. One thing that was still around back then was like threesomes. That was around.
That's not what. It's not a thing anymore. Like I don't.
Maybe it isn't.
I don't. I didn't hear it being touted about much. Well, not in
I
my
don't know.
circles anyway. Maybe I'm hanging out with the wrong people.
I don't know. Definitely happens in the gay world, apparently.
Yeah. Well, the gay
As
world
we
just
found
seems
out
like a
the other day.
fucking free for all. Like
Oh,
It
dude.
is. It's dudes who think like dudes think.
that's
fucking each other.
that's I like.
One upping each other. Shitting on
wouldn't-
each other.
Obviously, I don't want willies in my bottom, but I like the idea that you can just walk
That's
up to a
going
guy
in
and
the
just be
intro.
like, "Do you want to fuck?"
Yeah.
He's like, "Yes" or "No."
Yeah.
Cool,
Like,
man.
All right, bro. I'll see you later.
Cool. Hey, nice shirt by the way. Go West Coast. Like,
but he was saying they almost don't even talk. They just like I make eye
Just a nod.
contact.
Yeah.
You know,
Just, because
in there 5 minutes. That's
they all
it.
know what they're there for.
But-
Yeah.
And like,
but-
when you're with women, you're like, do you reckon she might not be in the mood?
Yeah.
But every
if a
guy's
girl
always in
came
the
up
mood.
to you,
Yeah.
if a girl came up to you and went, "Hey, 5 minutes," in there, you'd be like, "Fuck, this bitch is fucking gross. Like she's gonna have all sorts of STDs."
so, like
Fuck
saying
that.
that though, learning like your starter pack, having to learn all the phrases and whether you're top or bottom or
Dude,
fucking
that's what I
whatever.
mean.
Like,
Where's the fucking instruction book?
fuck me,
Imagine
dude.
going into, imagine
You know
if
what?
you just decided, you know what, I think I'm gay. I'm going to go to the bar
I know.
house and check it out.
I know
Fuck
we're
that.
joking about that, but it actually does feel like there needs to be a global instruction book. Just so
You know what
so
they
we
need?
know what's going on.
They need an LGBTQ Bible.
Yep.
And it's just a Bible, and it goes through the 10 Commandments
Yeah.
of how to who's what, and who sucks what, and fucking
Chapter of faggots.
yeah,
chapter of
the gay Bible.
chapter of faggots. That feels like the suffix, like gay Bible 2, chapter of faggots.
You can have Mark,
Judgment
John,
Day. Yeah.
and
Oh,
all
yeah,
those guys.
The verses.
They can be
yeah.
different faggots.
Except
that
that'd be
fucking-
See, and
Quentin, Quentin, Tarquin.
yeah.
With 2 P's. Thom. There's always a thom, I've noticed. The Book of Tarquin, verse 3.
Yeah, that would straighten everything out.
I like it.
Yeah. I couldn't
bothered.
believe, like, I remember the first time someone told me that Grindr existed. There was this gay dude that was with us, and he's like, "Oh, there's a guy out there." And I'm like, "Oh, yeah, what, you fucking talk to him?" He's like, no, he's on Grindr. And I'm like, "What the fuck?" And he goes, "Yeah, check it out." And, like, it had the fucking GPS location of the fucking dude. And he was, like, right next to him. You could see the 2 GPS. I'm like, that sounds incredibly dodgy.
Yeah.
But do you reckon that the amount of gay rape is high?
Yeah.
Like genuine rape?
Oh,
Is it?
Fuck yeah.
That's a good question.
Because
especially
it's
if you-
another dude, like they could fucking punch you back.
But that's what I mean. But imagine you've got some fucking super roided up gay dude who's massive and some little twink. Like that little twink doesn't stand a chance. He's getting raped.
yeah, but they're into that.
Yeah, they are. That's why they're twins.
That's what I'm saying. Like, is the genuine
okay.
rape that
Alright.
high?
Man, the dude that
Yeah, good point.
I sold my
There's always a risk of physical conflict.
Let's take it to the
with guy.
polls. What do you think, listeners? Call us back. 1-300.
Do we have any gay people that listen to us? Probably not.
Jeff, what do you reckon?
He's not here today. I sold my motorbike. I sold my motorbike to this gay dude. I didn't know he was gay. He just started telling me about his shit, and I'm like, all right, whatever, fucking, And he goes, yeah. My partner's waiting outside in the car, and then I'm like, oh, okay. And I go, so, how do you want to pay? And he goes, I'll pay in cash. I'm like, you're going to pay in cash? 21 grand in cash. And I'm like, what's going on here? Like,
How many
and he
banks
goes,
have you
oh,
been to?
he's paying for it. And I go, okay, like, where is he? And he's like, oh, he's out the front. And I go, oh, okay. And he goes, yeah, he's not actually my partner. I'm an escort. And I'm like, oh.
Okay, dude. Like,
Yeah,
Can we
and
get
then
the deal done? Like,
No, but then we started asking questions, man, and we're like, so this isn't your money then? He's like, nah, it's his. And I go, but you're not together. He's like, nah. And I go, so he's buying you a fucking $21,000 motorbike in cash, and what do you have to do? And he's like, oh, he's like a sub. Like he likes me basically beating the fuck out of him and doing all sorts of crazy shit.
I thought you meant he'd just given him the money to go in and do the deal. I was like,
No,
what the
he
fuck?
did,
Okay,
but
he was buying it for him. Yeah.
in cash.
Yeah.
And so this guy,
Fucking hell.
he's like, man, yeah, I'm on a fucking win here. Like all I do is
Of
like,
course.
yeah, like.
Hey, can you come around and beat the shit out of me and I'll buy you motorbikes? So,
he goes, I haven't
okay.
even slept with him, and I'm like, whoa. And then he goes, yeah, he pulls out his phone. He goes, yeah, check this out. And it was him, right? Is the guy. He was dunking his head in the toilet. That's what he wanted, right? So he's dunking his head in the toilet, but the toilet, right, had one of those, I don't even know what they're called, like the things that keep the toilet fresh, the blue ones, like the dark blue.
Yeah. Fucking hell.
So he's dunking his head in the toilet, right? His whole head was like dyed blue.
Oh, he's got cancer now. Like that's
reckon?
definitely cancer causing shit.
And I'm like, and he's buying you like 20 grand fucking motorbikes. He's like, man, he does more than that. He's loaded, and he just fucking. I'm like, man. How do you
I'm sure at some point you would look at your existence and go, what the fuck am I doing? Like, I know I've got motorbikes and a house, but all for just treating some cunt like a piece of shit.
Yeah, he's on a good win.
So he's just doing a simulation of the wife, pretty much.
Yeah, but gay dudes, they do. Shit like that, I guess.
Gay dude's gonna gay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there seems to,
Fucking
I've
hell.
forgotten his name. What Rob's mate was. He came in here and we were having a convo about
Chris.
everything gay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was saying like OnlyFans gay dudes do really well because there's so many other gay dudes that want to see fucking gay dudes.
That's what I had a gay dude tell me like I should do OnlyFans and just show my ass, like not
Show your
anything
arsehole.
else.
really.
Not asshole or anything. Just like
Just your ass.
seriously, just put some fucking tight undies on or something and do OnlyFans, and you would make a killing. And I'm like, I don't know how I feel about that. Like,
I don't really care. Like if a gay dude goes, oh, like I've had gay dudes in the past that like try and hit on you.
No, but
they know that you're straight, but they try anyway.
Not even that. It would just be like, would I be able to be, like satisfied in making that, like making a living out of that? Because you probably would make a
It's
good
like
living
playing
out
in
of
a cover band.
Exactly.
It's exactly as bad.
It is exactly like playing
You
in a
feel
cover band.
dirty.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Like you'd be making good coin, and you're not really doing that much. You're just playing other cunts' tunes. But
And they're both gay.
yeah, do you really feel that good about it?
Fuck, I felt terrible every time I joined a cover band. I just didn't feel good at all.
I would never ever. I did.
No.
We did one medicine. We did one cover, and that was like okay, but that's it. We never do another one.
Yeah.
Because
There's something about cover people as well. Their mentality is they're not, it's like they're not musicians.
they're a bit like the
Yeah.
what's that Glee? You know that show? You know how
yeah.
they got that Mormon like glazed over thing, and they're literally like one
That's
of
true.
us. It's a weird cult.
It is a cult.
Yeah.
It's definitely a different mindset. Like imagine doing something and then never wanting to actually create something yourself. like just copying someone else's shit for the whole of your life.
But imagine being talented enough that you can pull
you
off
could
these
do
other
it.
people's tunes.
Yeah.
You could play some really good music,
Fuck yeah, you could.
but you don't.
Nah.
See, I know.
But you cut your grass on that shit. Like, you know, I learned all the old Nirvanas and the Metallicas.
But learn that shit.
And that helped
learn
me.
that shit with your mate instead
Yeah.
of in front of people.
Yeah,
like,
I know, yeah. But,
it's
you know,
it's one thing to play at like a school social,
Yeah.
as opposed to constantly playing every Friday night at fucking Mustang Bar or something
yeah,
like that.
they get fucking good money, though.
Yeah, they get bullshit money, but
Yeah.
they deserve it because it would be soul crushing.
Soul crushing, yeah, it would definitely. And then, like, you try, it reminds me of, like, you know, when the Iron Maidens or something release a new album and they want to play a few songs off it and no one wants to hear it.
No,
Not one
we're gonna
person.
Play some new stuff tonight. You know?
Yeah. How fucking depressing is that? It's like, just play your old shit like you're a cover band playing your own shit. Like, how fucking sick of Enter Sandman must Metallica be? Enter Sandman.
Yeah.
They still play it and everyone loves it. But
They're like, and they're an anomaly. They're playing like 3.5 hour shows, so they're fitting
true.
in like fucking 30 of their old songs and then 5
Yeah.
new ones, and it's all fine.
yeah, yeah.
But that, man, I've seen like I can't think of how many bands I've seen where they played just basically their whole new album and 3 or 4 other songs. You're like,
That was shit.
what the fuck was that?
Yeah, you can suck a dick if you
Yeah.
do that. You have to know that, like, what got you where you are. You have to fucking play it.
The problem is, I mean, you would know as well. Like all of my favorite songs that I've ever written are
No one
everyone
gives a
else's
shit.
least favorite songs,
Yeah.
and all of my least favorite songs are
Yeah.
every fan's favorite song. And I'm like,
yeah.
that goes to show that I really don't know what you like as a listener.
That's
All I
yeah.
know is I like playing that shit. So
Yeah.
and maybe they like playing the new shit.
I've always found that, like, the late inclusions that you rushed out are the ones that people like.
The quickest, there is a formula. The quicker
Yeah.
it took to write, the more people will like
Seems
it.
like it,
Yeah.
eh? Yeah, it's very odd. And you never know, and you can't figure it out. I mean, when there's a lot of people involved in a song, like, obviously there's one songwriter at the start, but then everyone contributes their bit to it.
Yeah.
It does evolve, right?
Yeah.
So, like, when you originally wrote it, you might have written it to be like some fast, blasty song, but then, like, it turns out that it molds into this different thing that's more melodic or whatever. And so you don't really know. But yeah, it's very hit and miss. I could never judge.
I think
every
the-
song I thought was going to be a banger and fucking take off didn't get anywhere near
I know,
it.
and that's what I mean. It feels like the simpler it is. So if one person wrote a song in an hour, it's probably going to be the best song you guys have got. Honestly,
true.
that's how it always works. Like,
Yeah. Like
but also people don't. You realize as well, even people like we don't play technical shit, so it's not as much our stuff. But like people don't want. You know, you write these incredibly intricate parts and
Yeah, they
there's
don't
things
give a fuck.
overlapping and rounds and all sorts of shit.
Yeah.
And then they're like, I like the one that's just 4/4 for 2.5 minutes. And you're
Yeah.
like, oh, okay.
That's why beatdown bands exist.
Yeah.
Because that's all they do. is
On
the
Broken Wings, it was
breakdown.
just one giant breakdown for 35
Yeah,
minutes.
and
Yeah.
they fucking love it.
Yeah.
And it makes me want to shoot myself, but, like, whatever, everyone has different tastes.
Look at fucking Parkway Drive. Like,
oh, yeah,
I mean,
fucking hate Parkway Drive.
that first album for me is amazing. I loved it because
Sure.
at a time it was great.
Yeah.
The shit now sounds like
Nah, it's
Bon
fucking,
Jovi with fucking yelling
Dude,
over it. Like
that's the weirdest part
Actually,
about
that's-
Parkway Drive
that's
is that
being kind.
Parkway Drive originally, if Parkway Drive from 15 years ago saw Parkway Drive today, they would call them faggots.
yeah,
They'd be like, what is this shit?
Yeah.
And then they've just evolved into what they hated, which is fucking weird.
but that's the thing. But they're massive now, and
They're
that's
huge,
why I'm
yeah.
like I don't know. Like it would
But
be,
I think that's a product of mediocreness in not just metal, but everything.
I think it's more a horse by committee. Have you ever heard that saying? A camel
No.
is a horse designed by committee.
No, I haven't heard that.
Lots of people involved, and when
Yeah.
so many people get involved, it changes so drastically over time.
Yeah, okay. That makes
And
sense.
that's what it feels like because they'd have managers for everything and fucking they
Yeah.
do media and all this shit.
Yeah.
It feels like
Sure.
at some point you're like, well, if we want to play stadiums, we've got to write stadium music. So let's
Yeah.
write stadium music.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
But then you've got Meshuggah, who still write the same shit but play stadiums.
That's true. But they don't. They're not nothing like Parkway. They never
you
got.
kidding me, man?
No,
That-
they're definitely not.
That last Sunset Breeze, they were playing to 70,000 people.
Oh yeah, okay,
Like-
sure. But that was probably it was a festival or something, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Well, yeah,
when they-
okay, yeah, fair play. They're not booking tours at stadiums.
Nah, they're
yeah.
not. No, they should be.
They should.
but they don't because obviously it's like you said, it's not standard 4-4. It's pretty intense shit. Like it's, yeah, you can just listen to the fucking.
You could bang, you could bang
and you
your
can
head
still
on
bang
four,
your head,
yeah.
but you know,
But it's like it's confronting.
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely,
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, Parkway Drive has become a little bit like Slipknot did. Like I remember
Yeah.
when Slipknot came out, man. When I put those fucking headphones on, I was like, "This is the gnarliest shit ever, and no one's gonna like it." And I am so about it. Like, wicked.
Yeah.
I finally found something that's just yuck as fuck.
Right.
And then 3 years later, there's girls wearing Slipknot shirts, and it's just like, ugh.
I find it funny that there's like young girls wearing Metallica shirts and they have no idea about.
Yeah, because they're buying them from fucking Hot Topic and
Yeah, it's
all
true.
these other
Guns N'
stores.
Roses
Yeah,
and
man.
shit. It's fucking weird.
It's gross. If
Yeah.
they bring out a Fear Factory shirt, I might have to stop listening to Fear Factory.
Yeah, true. I was checking out the odds. The election's on Wednesday, or
It's on the. It starts on the 5th, so I don't know.
here's the odds, man. I put $100 on Trump.
172.
Yep, 172. Kamala Harris is 210. So,
I mean that. Well, to be honest, if you were asking my opinion, I reckon the actual odds should be about 80-20, whatever that would equate to. There is no fucking way that it's even close to 60-40. I know it might seem like that, and they might make it seem like that, but
Yeah.
there is no way.
you never know. Like the polls are a load of shit. You learn that from the
Man,
Hillary one.
If black people and Amish people are voting Trump, I'm telling you now, it's more than 80% of the population.
Yeah. I hope it's a blowout. Just so we can just say, fucking suck shit.
I don't. I hope they fucking steal it and every cunt wakes
yeah?
up to how bullshit this whole thing has been.
That's what I want to happen.
Yeah.
I want civil war.
Sure. That'd be cool.
Not
we're due for one,
not
aren't we?
civil war, but at least
We are.
fucking like revolt. Like I want cunts to fucking stand up and do something about it.
Yeah. Yes. Here's obviously Kamala Harris, woman, so straight away women, because they're just emotional fucking idiots. They just go straight for fucking, oh, woman, she's got a pussy, so I'll vote for that. You know, like most people, men do it too. Like
Pussy
men
over
are
policy.
idiots. Yeah. Like they vote based on, do I like this guy or do I not like this guy? That's why they hated Trump, because they're like, I don't like this guy. So that therefore any policy he makes means that his policies are shit, but that's not what it means. So,
But it has like whichever party you're in has become the litmus test for where your head's at. Quite literally.
yeah, oh, definitely.
Outsource your thinking, Kamala. Think
Yeah.
yourself, probably Trump. Or
Fucking oath.
I'd have more respect for someone who's like, you know what? I don't want either of them to get.
Yeah,
it. I'd be
fucking
like,
oath.
Okay, great. At least you've got a formulated opinion. Like,
Agreed, for sure.
congratulations.
I've not seen a coherent Kamala Harris supporter that had anything more to say than the surface level. Oh, we need a strong woman or something. What the fuck does that mean?
It's
cunt?
exactly the same as the answer to why don't you like Trump? Oh, he's a racist.
Yeah.
He's a sexist. Oh, okay.
You just straight away, you're an NPC.
Right, yeah.
You're just a fucking NPC.
Yeah.
But that's people have always been that way. It's not nothing new.
Yeah, I know.
Like everyone, like even I used to be when
Well,
I was younger.
that's what
I'd see like the prime minister, and I'd be like, I don't like him. He's a fucker. Like Kevin Rudd, I thought he was a dick. But then like some other guy, I was like, he seems
Dude,
like
in 2016, I probably would have been toting the fucking party line for the Trump's a racist and bullshit as well.
Probably, yeah.
Because I wasn't thinking for myself. It's
No.
not that was my opinion.
yeah,
It's just that someone else thought for me.
yeah, it's true. And so there's going to be, and that's the majority, right? Like we don't think that way, so we think there's a lot more people think like us.
Yeah.
But like the pandemic changed my thought process on that.
Well, so it
as
should.
soon as I
That's-
saw how
yeah.
many people just swallowed it hook, line, and sinker.
Yep.
I was like, okay, fuck. There's way more NPCs than I thought there was.
watching people start to just become the Gestapo for the government, like,
Yeah.
made me go, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
Same deal as like I'm by no means a fucking Bible basher or anything like that, but the existence of pure evil has made me realize that there must be fucking pure light somewhere.
Has to be.
Like,
Yeah.
because there's no way you can have that bad without something that good.
Sure.
Because everything has a yin and a yang, right?
Yeah, I mean, but the thing I don't like about the right wing is that religious aspect to the right wing. Well, I personally think they should believe what they want, but just don't bring it into the politics thing. Just leave it out, because so many people that are middle ground will purposely shy away from it because of the religious.
Yeah,
thing.
of course. And it's like, unfortunately, like I like a lot of the shit, like a lot of the values and stuff, but just take all the ideology out. Like the Bible is not a. When they start spouting Bible verses and shit, I'm like, all right, bro, you've lost me now. If you want to talk about light and unity and consciousness,
if someone uses
fuck
the
yeah.
word like thou and art
Yeah.
and all that sort of shit. I'm like,
Yeah, nah, bro.
no.
It doesn't have a place. It's supposed to be.
There's supposed to be a separation of church
Separation,
and state.
yeah.
But if it's there to serve a purpose to get rid of literal satanic pedophiles, then okay, cool. I'll play the game. But after that, can we come up with a value system that's not based on a strict ideology? Because that's a slippery slope.
Yeah. Well, that's the right wing's sort of
Oh, of course,
thing that
but
doesn't
that's
work.
That's
I
the
hate it
thing.
when
I'd be more about that than these fucking
Oh
lunatics
yeah,
on the
for
other
sure.
side. Like,
Still
yeah.
take that over it. Neither party's perfect.
And like most of the like Bible bashers and shit that I meet, and the Amish and stuff like that like I've heard people talk about, is like they still won't bring it on you. They'll just be really nice, accepting people, and they'll accept that you don't believe in that and just leave you alone. Which is like, okay, great. That's kind of how society should be.
Yeah, sure.
As opposed to, you're going to hell, you piece of shit, because you don't believe fucking Tarquin verse 7.
Yeah, that's what I don't like about like the Ben Shapiro's and shit. Every time, and like Jordan Peterson and all that. You bring up,
what do you think about depression?
you bring up the religious thing, and they just fucking flounder and just. They're such smart dudes, and then it's like, they just fall flat, and it's kind of pathetic to me. Like, I'm not saying there isn't or is a God, but just accept that you don't. It's not. A lot of them. It's fairy tales. It's a fucking sky fairy.
Here's the thing. Like, the only thing that we can know is that we know nothing.
Yes.
There's as much chance of it all being complete horseshit as there is it being true. And I have no fucking idea.
Yeah, why can't they say that?
And
hang
also,
on.
I've got some Call of Duty to play. I'm not fucking thinking about that shit.
I've had some mushroom trips and some acid trips, and I've met
Yep.
the mechanical elves, and I know that there's something else out there. So
What are
this- you know
mechanical
what I mean?
elves?
Hey,
What are mechanical elves?
DMT visions.
yeah, that was
Mechanical
that was on
elves?
Yeah. Oh, Google it.
How weird is it that like I've spoken to people like after acid trips and mushroom trips and everything, and I've never had the
Machine elves.
exactly the same experience as everyone else. But everyone I know that's taken DMT, you always see the machine elves. So there must be something fractal in our pineal gland that creates those images that's common with that compound,
Or it's real.
or they're real.
Yeah.
Fuck, man, I've had one LSD trip in particular that I'm telling you there is something on the other side.
Oh yeah.
On 100%.
Me and the boys, between three of us, we had 20 acid tabs on a Wednesday night about 6 months ago. And I ended up talking to the river for about an hour and a half, and I knew exactly what was going on. I would have looked like the dumbest fucker.
Okay,
Water
this is what
is
it says.
real
Is this
good on
what you've
acid.
seen, Rob? It says, you pass through a membrane of some sort and you're in a place. You're pushed through and you see the tykes, as I call them, the self-transforming machine elves, the dykes. See a bunch of fat lesbians.
Wearing plaid shirts.
That's
the
a
Tongue
fucking
and Groove
nightmare
Cafe.
trip, that one. That are singing in hyperdimensional language. They surround
that's-
you and say, welcome, we're so glad to see you.
That's
kind
why
of what
they
it was
that's
like.
why they do the Icaros when you do ayahuasca and stuff as well, isn't it? So that you've got that like, there's something about the singing that keeps your brain in that moment. Yeah.
There's certain vibrations that those
Yeah.
tones have keep you like, I don't know if it keeps your brain working a certain way or it keeps it in a certain place or whatever. But I mean, with the frequency, sorry. But yeah, like most people that I've met who've had the same experience, they basically describe the same thing.
Yeah.
That's pretty weird. You know what I mean?
That's
Yeah, that
what I
is
mean.
odd.
All the shit that I've gone through on near heroic doses of fucking LSD, like no one's ever had the same experience. There's been times where it's like, yeah, and then I kind of saw some faces melt and stuff like that. And you're like, well, yeah, everyone gets that. And then I laugh for 8 hours straight. But DMT, everyone, always. It's the fucking singing, the machine elves,
Yeah.
the fractals. Like,
Yeah, right.
it's
Well,
it's fucking
I mean,
wild.
It's because it's like it's what you produce before you die.
Yeah, that's right. So that's the common
That's the
thing.
Like if
LSD.
everyone dies the same and they see something on the other side, that's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
there has to be something.
Yep.
If everyone sees the same thing and they're
Yep.
actually interacting with you.
If it's like DMT is your body producing chemicals to produce the trip, whereas LSD feels like something exogenous guiding you on a trip. So LSD kind of takes you where you might need to go, as uncomfortable as it might be. DMT can do the same thing. Ibogaine as well, apparently, is like dying. Like, apparently it's like you want to confront your demons, like it will make you. Like, it will be like you're dying.
High doses of LSD will do that to you when you've had about 5 tabs in one go.
Yeah, we had microdots back in the day when they were like chunky, like pills, and I'm glad I took it when I was younger, because I would not come back from it now. I would be a NARM victim. Like,
I met this guy. I used to, when I was a kid, there was a nursing home down the road from where I lived, and I got a job there, just like fixing shit. And my mate got me the job, and he goes, "All right, firstly, stay away from that cunt because he eats his own shit." And I'm like, "All right, stay away from him."
That's a pretty
Then he goes, "And watch out for the guy with the hell long black hair." And I'm like, "Okay, why?" And
Lieutenant Dan?
he goes, he has had too many trips, and he's just cooked. And he will like freak the fuck out for no reason and like try and grab you and stuff. I'm like, "Oh, fuck." And so I had to go around and paint everyone's doors. So then I got to his door, right? And so I knock, no one answers.
You saw a red door and you wanted it to paint it black?
I should have painted some trippy shit on it just to fuck. And so I go, I knocked, no answer. I knocked again. I'm like, "Oh, fuck it. I'll open it." I open the door. He's just sitting there like staring
He's
straight
hovering
at
over
me.
the bed.
And I'm like, "How you going, mate?" And he didn't even move, didn't blink. I was like, "All right, well, start cleaning the door." Painting the door took me, 20 minutes. Didn't move the whole time, didn't blink the whole time, just staring straight ahead. And I'm like, "Fuck, this cunt is absolutely fried." Like, and so the family just like fucking chuck him in a nursing home. He was young, man. He was only like, he would have been like late 50s, early 60s.
Shitting himself because a mechanical elf came through the door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so he was posts? Like,
Yeah.
he didn't come back down?
No.
Fuck.
He was just cooked.
Yeah, I know. I do know one dude who did not come back from NARM. Like,
Right.
and he was just fucked up.
Yeah, right.
Like, just like he couldn't even carry out a conversation.
Yeah, right.
But he was like, by all reports, like he had a real fucked up situation. Like, lost both his parents and was orphaned and fucking.
Yeah, okay.
And allegedly he was smashing like 5 to 10 tabs a night for like years. So you can imagine.
Seems like a bit much.
Yeah. So yeah, Terrence McKenna was like, "Hey, bro, you need to slow down." Right?
I love you.
When I said heroic dose, I meant once every now and then, not every night.
Wait, this, you remember how we were talking about fucking like
We haven't-
algorithms?
Yeah.
This, I can't figure this out. And it's going to look dodgy as fuck on my part. This is on Twitter. But I can't figure the ad out or like why they chose what they chose. So I'm scrolling through some posts about COVID vaccine. This is the ad. It says, "Arrested for a sex offense. We understand the situation you're in." And then it's got 2 women. Like,
Nice.
I don't understand. What are they trying to get at? Like, what's their...
Dude, I get some
to soften the
ones
blow.
that are so ambiguous. You're like, I don't. Is this sexual? Is it fucking
But
vocational?
does
What's
it mean
happening?
that she committed a sex offense and then she's like,
"They're going to help you."
they're the ones that are going to help you?
Yeah, and it's just it's
Or were they the ones that got someone fucking sexually offended them?
Well,
but they're real happy for some reason.
This is the problem.
If you
It's
get arrested for a sex offense, how the fuck are you going to see the ad? Because you go straight to prison.
exactly.
Don't you?
You don't get internet. You get one phone call.
And also, if you were arrested,
5 meg of data as well.
also if you were arrested for a sex offense, do you want like 2 reasonably attractive women with big tits? Like, you just like, I might
Yes, you
commit
do,
another
yes.
sex offense, like right now.
Double
I
jeopardy,
can't.
bro,
I
like-
don't understand this ad. I don't get there.
It's just an AI. Like,
Oh, you reckon?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
They just pump it out. It takes whatever image it grabs from Getty Images.
It's
Like,
so
literally,
fucking
it would
weird,
ju- It
man.
would just see sex and just go 2 women.
Too weird. Yeah.
Because I get fucking weird ones that
And
just
like,
don't make sense.
You wouldn't be so happy about like
sex offense?
like,
Got AIDS?
it's fucking weird, man. I don't get it. But anyway, I thought it was funny. So they think I've committed sex offences. Well, Google does. I don't know how, but they think it.
Those
So-
searches, mate. Those searches.
Yeah,
are
it's
gonna
what
follow
it
you
is.
forever.
Yeah.
It's hard to believe that it's 2024, and yet again, we're about to talk about As I Lay Dying having
Oh,
less band members. Everyone's quit apart from.
really?
Yeah.
Oh,
So Ken Susi, Phil, the original guitarist.
what did they quit for?
It sounds like the usual shit. Toxic environment, fucking blah blah blah. So I'm starting to wonder, is he getting CJ'd?
Oh, well, but CJ didn't try and murder his wife.
This is right, but also, like, was some of that like inflated, conflated.
Inflated,
like
yeah, might be.
it's exactly the same as the rape thing we were talking about before. The problem is shit has got so wild now that I'm like, no, I'm gonna have to pursue the possibility that might be bullshit.
Yeah.
Or he might just be a massive cunt.
And well, the other thing is, maybe his
He is
wife is a massive cunt. Yeah, exactly. Like, he's like, I can't see a way out of this. I better just kill the bitch or get someone else to kill her. Like, no one knows how much of it. She was probably a massive cunt. So,
I mean,
you know.
fair to say, if you send a hitman, then you're probably not a massive
the
fan.
men don't do that shit unless they're, you know, pushed to the fucking edge.
She's like, I want you to choke me. I want you to send a hitman to my house and kick me in the back of the head. I mean, he wrote Austrian Death Machine, so
yeah.
Just gotta
It's not all
stop me,
bad.
please. That's
Nah,
what I'm into.
that's fair. It all
I want you to
evens
put
out.
my teeth on the curve
Just gotta stop me.
All right,
and lightly
so,
kick me in the back of the
It's
head.
fine. Trust me, I'm into it.
Kill yourself list for this fucking bitch, but let's bring her up anyway. This ray gun woman, right?
Can we? It
says-
says the eternal kill yourself list.
Yeah.
Like in
It says, if
perpetuity.
I was a man, I would have very quickly been given the larrikin title and people would have rallied behind me a lot more.
No, they wouldn't have.
They
No.
definitely
they
would
thought
not
you were
have.
just as much of a fuckwit.
No,
More.
Yeah.
They'd make him fucking kill himself
Yeah.
if it was a dude. First of all, he wouldn't have even got there because he doesn't have tits. So people would have said, "What? You want to compete in the Olympics? No, fuck off." Like he wouldn't have even got there in the first place. And then and the other fucking shit. This chick, she's trying to. She put up a challenge, saying, anyone can challenge me to like a dance off. That's what she's done recently. She's like, I'll take anyone on, and we'll see if you're that good.
just the fact that she still gets any fucking media coverage.
get a
Just
It's annoying,
fills
eh?
me with rage.
She'll get a movie out
Yeah.
of this, you watch.
That's what I mean. This whole thing about this, all this controversy, it's exactly what this fucking. It's the epitome of the university generation.
Yeah.
This is what their ego is so hyper-inflated because they passed the fucking communications unit once 10 years ago.
Yeah. So an interesting thing on that, it's a bit of a sidetrack, but you know how they're saying that like women are definitely out competing men in like college graduates, university graduates and stuff. So it's true that the men are not doing it as much. No one ever said what fields. They just said that women are graduating more than men, but it doesn't say what fields. So then when they break it down in the fields, it's all the useless fucking, like, you know, nursing's not useless, doctor's not useless, and a few others, but the rest of them are like fucking, you know,
Art major.
yeah, dance theory and fucking that kind of bullshit that just means nothing. It's like, all right,
I have got a degree in expressive dance. Like,
Yeah.
fucking wicked.
a lot of it is that, man.
And not even allowing for the fact that there's a lot of women, who are just stay-at-home mums raising kids, and then the majority of the rest of the blokes are building fucking houses and throwing
Yeah.
bricks down and paving driveways.
But that's the thing, right? There's just so much useless degrees out there that, and there's such a amount of people in trades. If you're a good tradesman, you can fucking clean up. Like you can charge so much money because there's no one competent to be able to do it. And all these people, like especially in my trades, man, the amount of fucking people ringing me up saying like, "Can you fix this?" And they send me a photo. I'm like, "Who the fuck did that?" And they're like, "Oh, this company, this trades guys." I'm like, "Man, how the fuck?" Like I don't. Like,
did you just say
10
trade? Trade or fucked? I hate trade.
10 years ago or 15 years ago, if someone did that, you just fired instantly.
You would be like, that's the thing. On the job site 10 years ago, and
Yeah.
because I've seen it, you would be picked up by the throat by the foreman and
Yeah.
pressed against the wall.
Yeah.
Like, that's the problem. That shit stopped. You
we
can't
need
do
more of
that shit
We
anymore.
need, we need that back in the workplace.
Oh, for sure.
I remember
you
seeing
need to get a hazing. I got a hazing.
a Jip Rocker accidentally, mind you, well, he alleges accidentally cut one of the Sparky's cables on one of these sites, and the foreman went over at lunchtime while he was sitting down eating his sandwich, grabbed
his
his
dick
water
off.
bottle,
Cut his dick off.
flopped his dick out, took a piss in the water bottle right in his face, put
What?
the water bottle down in front of him and just said, "Don't fucking do it again," and then walked away. And I was like,
you wouldn't know, would you?
and he fucking
No.
didn't do it again.
You
Yeah.
would not.
No, yeah. I mean, look, there's probably still plenty of young dudes that are doing well, but like it's definitely everyone wants to be a fucking chief. No one wants to be an Indian.
That's the problem. Everyone's been afforded this opportunity that you can be whatever you want to be. You can be the best.
Yeah.
Guess what? No, you can't.
No.
Not everyone can.
No.
But I watched something
But
pretty
who
interesting the other day
says
about that.
You can try.
Jerry Seinfeld said something really cool in this interview I watched the other day. He was like, back in like the 80s, everyone used to worry about like how cool your job was.
Oh, yeah,
but then
I saw
when
that.
the 90s hit, it was just about how much money you earned. Like there was a fucking pivotal change where that went fucking weird. But like, you know, like, and I wasn't alive then really, but like, you know, even like fucking 10, 15 years ago, it wasn't the same, eh?
No.
You know what I mean? Now it's all it's got to do with like, I got mates who got kids and so what do you want to be when you grow up? Like, I'm going to be an influencer. I'm like, oh, okay, so you want to be a fuckhead.
Yeah, pretty exactly, man.
Yeah, wicked.
A professional fucking
Yeah,
dickhead.
Awesome. Congratulations. You're going to take fucking faggoty videos of yourself and try and
That's
make money.
true because influencers are just fucking useless. Like back in the day, we wanted to be
vapid human beings on the planet.
Well, we wanted to be like musicians. That's still a talent, it's a skill. You got to get good at it.
And you've got to put fucking yards in. Like,
Heaps of hours, man.
Yeah.
But influencers, like I said, the only thing I could think of that influencers have as a skill is in selling themselves, advertising.
in being shills, not even selling
Yeah.
themselves, just
Yeah.
being a fucking mouthpiece for some, like
Yeah.
other companies or whatever.
Yeah. But that's
preying on people's stupidity as
Yeah,
well.
100%. And
Yeah.
or fucking vanity. Like
Yeah.
that's the worst thing. Is one's just going check out my big
bring
fat
back
ass.
people that have a skill that can do something on like online, like you know, everything, musicians, actors, all that shit. It just seems so fucking like watered down.
Yeah.
Shit. It's like, ugh.
And think
How
about
come
it,
I can go back to like, you know, Sepultura, like an old Sepultura song and listen to that and go, fuck, that's fucking good. If you listen to the same sort of standard now, it doesn't compete, in my opinion. It's very watered down. There's still bands that are doing awesome shit, but they're not popular.
I mean, if we want to get into the nitty gritty of that, it's still I will take a well written Back in Black over the craziest fucking shreddy bullshit that just has no soul. Like
Yeah, sure.
even.
But there's not
fast-
much shreddy bullshit that gets that attention, really. I can't think of
if
it.
I go back and listen to something like old Nile or something like that, I'm like, see, this is still fast and shreddy and technical, but it's wicked. Like it's got groove and something about it. And then I
Yeah.
hear dudes who are just like everything's fucking gridded to shit.
Oh, yeah. Well, there's
Complete
that, yeah.
sampled plastic.
Yeah, there's that.
fucking
That's the
tum drums.
standard now, though, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And you have to do it or you don't get anywhere. It's like the mixes I get back, I don't really like them, but I know that other people like them.
Yeah.
It's fucked.
Yeah, it
It should
does.
be that you like it, but no, it's not about you. It's about what people want to hear. And they want to hear gridded fucking, you know, chopped to fuck, gated everything. That's what they want.
Come and
Yeah.
play in my scene, bro. You won't have to care about any of that ever again. You don't even have to care about people liking your music. You can just write shit for you.
Yeah, true. Yeah. Well, we got a few new songs coming out, actually. Well, 3 nearly. So finally, going to get some shit going. Got to try and play somewhere sometime in the near future if we can. Don't know what the scene's even like anymore, even if
I don't
there
know,
is
it
one.
sounds pretty fucking scary. There sounds like a lot of diversity hire
Oh,
sort
it
of
would
shit
be.
going on.
I feel like
Yeah.
they'd be probably
We'll probably get cancelled after one gig.
probably-
Even-
you'd
I'll
probably
say
be better
faggots
off
on
just
stage and then
setting
that's
up
it.
Just set up a live camera and just get people to watch it from home.
Yeah.
You probably get more of an audience
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, you're right. You would. That's what a lot of people don't. The other thing I notice is a lot of bands nowadays are just 2 dudes. They never play shows. They're just a band.
Yeah, studio band.
Yeah.
They're a studio band. But
Well, some of them
they're
aren't
not
even
even
studio bands,
They're
yeah.
not even a band. They're just one guy sings and the other guy does everything else.
Yep.
And that's it. And it gets. And I mean, good on them.
Much easier considering what we're doing, having to try and find other people to do shit.
Oh yeah.
That's dude. If I had to play in any other band with more than 2 people, it'd be a no. Like I don't want to play. I don't want to play with more than one person ever again because
I know.
everything's 50-50 and it's fucking great.
Yeah, that's true. Everything's easier.
Yep.
I remember 6. There was 5, 6 of us.
Do you like it? Nah. Okay, we'll do something else. Do you like it? Yep. Cool.
Yeah.
Job done.
Well, a lot of band guys in the situation when it's a big band, they just tag alongs. They play their instrument, they rock up. That's it.
There's all like there's usually 2 guys or 1 guy that writes everything.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. But well, there's only 2 of us, so yeah.
I mean that's a good hit ratio. That's
Yeah, but what
50%.
happens is I write shit that is just nearly unplayable.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, there you go. And he's like, fuck. And then he has to somehow try and figure it out.
I'm actually still trying to work on growing an extra limb.
Yeah. But, you know, set the standard high.
Yeah, well, fuck, I've got a hernia from that now, trying to fucking put that extra limb out. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to play again. I just don't know if there is even a scene. I only know one band in Perth that's heavy, that's doing well. I don't know anyone else.
Even the fucking metal, because we used to play the metal scene. Like metal bands would always book us. Like,
oh yeah,
even that sounds fucking woke and ridiculous. Like, which is so fucking weird because you got a bunch of cunts that look horrible, look like trolls, smell like trolls, play troll music.
Fucking smell, yeah, they definitely smell.
And they're like, no, but we might need some more girls on stage. I think would be better suited for the evening.
Yeah. Make sure there's enough diverse people in the crowd. If there isn't, I don't want to play.
Imagine getting anyone on a lineup just because they're gay or a girl or
the
anything.
girl one in metal, I fucking hate it. I don't like it.
Well, dude, we're fucked. I don't think there's a single girl in any of the bands in my fucking scene. There used to be one, but...
No, but in metal, it was like remember, it used to be like, nah, we're good. We're like sweaty men. We like fucking that kind of shit. And then a few women came in and they were good. They're always pretty good. But it's just like now bands get big because they've got a woman.
Yeah, and because they're hot.
Well, like the Make Them Suffer thing where it's built into their contract.
Yeah.
They have to have a woman on keys.
Maybe we should get a fat lesbian on keys. Or a trans person.
Dude,
a trans person will get you.
What's her face? I've forgotten her fucking name. The one that we gave shit to heaps from Make Them Suffer. She couldn't even play. She's literally like, doom, 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 doom. This is what she's doing. And they're like, oh, yeah, she's got big tits and she's hot. So put her in.
Works.
Oh, fuck. That's as bad as a fucking cover band.
That's a ring girl. Like,
yeah. She might be better now because she's had time to learn. But, you know, look how far tits gets you, eh? Yeah. Like, looking half good and having tits gets you in a fucking band touring the world when you're useless.
I mean, to be honest, if any band hired me for my cock, I'd be seriously concerned.
Yeah.
Either you're fucked or I am. I can't figure it out. I'm not sure.
Yeah. But you know,
it's horseshit. Like,
yeah. But that's what I don't like about like any arts industry. It's all fake crap.
That's, to be honest, even if you were a blue-haired fucking trans lunatic, but you could fucking play like a monster, then
oh yeah,
come on board. Like, let's do this
no,
shit.
who gives a shit? But that's the point. Like, whether you've got a cock or not, it doesn't really matter. It's your skill and your ability that matters. But these, like the girl, the Make Them Suffer one, or plenty of others now, they're just in there because it's like, oh look, we have a woman that can stand there and play a little bit. Like,
if I saw that on a contract in a band that I was associated with, I would be out faster.
Oh, they weren't happy with it, like, but they did it because they knew what was at stake.
Fuck that noise.
So they had to do it.
Yeah, fuck that.
There was some of the other shit, like, you know, I don't want to fucking throw anyone under the bus, but they definitely tried to water down certain elements in the band to make it more easily friendly for everyone, you know. And then you go back to like the first Make Them Suffer album, it was fucking hectic, and it was blast and just fucking crazy shit. And then no offense to them, good, because they are where they are, so they did the right thing. But all these bands do it, and they always have. Like, they get to a certain level, and they just kind of go mainstream. And the only way to go mainstream is to fucking cut everything back to simple 4/4, get rid of anything that adds any spice, just bland generic. That's what everyone wants.
It's super funny too, because I've spoken to a few dudes in bigger bands now, and the overridingly common thing is that they will say is like, just keep it fun, man. The moment it becomes a business, you will hate yourself and your music. Literally.
Yeah,
like,
I can see that.
I don't know. I have never met a single one that's like, I'm still loving what I'm doing. There's always a little bit dead inside. They're like,
I love band admin.
Yeah, they're like, I love doing fucking accounting fees for our manager.
Yeah, it's a fine line, right? You want to play the shit you want to play still, but you want to appeal to a larger audience. And then you want to keep the fucking labels and everything happy, and they want they want certain things.
Or you could just do what, like, you know, maybe like something like Periphery did, which is just do all your own shit, own all your own shit, and just do all your own shit.
Oh God, John Butler, he did that.
Did he?
Is it John Butler? Yeah.
Yeah.
He did that. He just started his own label because he's like, I want to do what I want to do, and they were trying to make him.
It comes back to the cover band argument. I don't understand.
Yeah.
If you're getting into music to make money or to be a business or whatever, then fuck off. Like,
yeah,
just play music. Like, if you get successful, that's a wicked byproduct. But
yeah, for sure,
should never ever be even a consideration.
Yeah, that's why I remember knowing what was at stake and understanding that it's not something that you get easily. So if you get an opportunity, you have to take it.
Yeah.
It's been music.
But the idea of being in someone else's pocket or selling your soul
terrible.
to the fucking management devil, like, fuck that noise.
Yeah.
I know it's easy to say because it's like, well, if I fucking had the choice, I would definitely say no. Like,
yeah, I couldn't. I know I've never been able to handle like when they're like, oh, we should, someone outside saying we should take this out, you should do this. Like, no, you can fuck off. I don't want to do that.
I look at Jim Martin from Faith No More, who just stopped playing in Faith No More and became a farmer. Like, I'm like, yeah, what a legend. Like,
yeah.
He's like, I didn't want to fucking tour the world. I just wanted to play riffs and just bang my head.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, fucking.
Well, it's like Bo doesn't want to play shows. He doesn't like playing live.
No.
And he's a fucking great guitarist, but he's never going to do any live shows. He's just going to play online, do his thing. That's what he wants to do.
Why do you have to play live?
You don't have to, no. But like, also, it seems like he doesn't really even want to. I don't even know how you sort of progress. You have to be an influencer, I guess, to just do online and that's it.
And also for his stuff, he'd have to have a couple of session musos as well, I think, to have it pretty.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Tight butthole.
But, yeah. But he's just happy doing what he's doing.
Yeah.
And that's pretty cool. I like that. The one thing I did notice about the having sort of, potential to getting bigger and having offers and stuff is it did push you to want to do something because you know that it's not something that happens all the time.
But then also at some point it becomes a tipping point of obligation. If you're not in control of everything that you're doing, you're going to start to feel obligated. Like, oh, I have to get up and write this song because I promised all my Patreon people or whatever.
Well, it's like this podcast, right? Like, we're fucking shadow banned on everything. The Facebook, we can't do adverts. They just won't let us. TikTok, we get banned. We're on like count 15 or some fucking shit like that.
Fuck yeah.
Instagram's the only one that doesn't really ban us that much. But everything else, it's just,
Which is weird because Insta's meta. Like, it's.
Yeah, I know. Maybe it's just because it's so overwhelming with people, we slide on the radar.
Yeah.
I don't know. But
fucking great. That means we're over the target. I mean, and if nothing else, maybe this is a good example of authenticity because we're just talking about fucking the dumb shit that we want to talk about.
Cock-flavoured fruits.
Yeah, exactly. Smooth avocado cock.
I was just talking to the guys up there when I had to grab some food, and they're like, I saw what he's talking about down there. I was like, oh, well, just about how, we saw this thing about how avocados taste like clean penis. And I was like, no one really likes the taste of avocado. And my mate Toddy just looked at me and goes, what are you talking about, cunt? I love the taste of avocado. I was like, yeah,
he does.
Of course you do.
Ah, you like cock.
Yeah, loves it.
Yeah, that's now secret.
Yeah.
It's like, if you ask someone if they like avocado and they say yes.
Asking everyone, what do you think about the genuine taste of avocado by itself?
The first time you meet a girl, you're like,
pips whenever I can.
How do you feel about avocados?
I wanted to show you this one, man. This one? I don't even know what this one is. Let's just see what it is.
It's got to be gay porn.
Fuck yeah.
Has to be.
Why do I have to do this? It is going to be gay porn.
Yeah.
Captain America.
What chug?
No, that's not it. This one. So this is a fucking house in Thailand, right? I get heaps of these because I've been watching heaps of them. Shut up.
I love the tune. So
yeah, it just fucking pisses me off. This is what you can get for 115 grand.
Aussie.
It's in Nihar, which is a bit
It's a beautiful day, It's a beautiful day, And thank you for this
There you go. So this is 115 grand. It's like 3 or 4 bed.
That'll do.
2-story. Like, it's nothing. It's not flash, but it's a pretty fucking big house.
Better than most suburbs in Perth.
Oh, yeah.
For 1/5 of the price.
Yeah,
So
1/8 of the fucking price.
Would you be like? Are you still bound by that 35 or 40-year rule or whatever they have, where you have to hand?
Thailand's different.
Is
The
it?
Indo is like that.
Okay.
Thailand's
I
different.
thought Thailand was like that.
It is, but you can get around it.
Yeah, because my cousin's married to a Thai chick, and the only reason he can own the house is because
Because he's married to her.
Yeah.
Yeah. There are different laws with the Thai one. And then this is the other guy that I see all the time, right? There's some real estate dude in Sydney. Look at this shit, man. Oh, fuck. Have you seen this guy?
Yeah.
I don't even know how much this one is worth.
I think he might be playing on it a little bit.
I feel like he does sometimes because some of them are fucking shitholes.
Because I saw one that was like a shed, and it was $1.2 million. I was like,
Yeah.
you've got to be kidding.
So this is Sydney. This is what 1.7 mil buys you. How come I can't hear any fucking audio?
Oh, g'day, man. This is the house. This is $8 million.
This is 1.7 mil.
It's so spacious, bro.
One bed.
Oh,
There's your fucking living room.
nice ceiling fan there for 1.7.
There's your fucking kitchen.
Get the fuck out of here.
Toilet. I mean, it's
It's a granny flat.
it's basically a granny
It's
flat.
a
Yeah.
hotel room.
How big's the yard?
Oh, he goes out the back.
You mean fucking back patio?
Green mat.
It's an old house too. It's old like brick fucking thing.
What the fuck?
What's with that? That's your outdoor area.
Fuck that.
And he's like, fucking, who the fuck would pay 1.7 million for that? That is fucking unbelievable. And people pay it and more. Some of them they'll have like, you can see the top corner of the Sydney Harbour Bridge.
Yeah.
So it's worth like an extra 2 mil kind of thing.
Yeah, fuck that, man. Sydney's a shithole too.
And it's a shithole. And there's nothing to fucking do. It's more boring than Perth.
And you got to pay tolls everywhere too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's
Everyone's
true.
fucking miserable. Like Sydney, people in the city in Sydney might be the most miserable cunts in Australia. Seriously.
They probably are, yeah.
Yeah. And for good reason. Their city is shit, and that's coming from someone who lives in Perth.
Well, the city itself seems pretty good. Like, it seems nice and clean and everything seems to work. But, like, it's boring as fuck. There's nothing to do.
It's North Haverbrook, man. They used to have
Yeah.
a monorail.
Oh, yeah. I remember the monorail.
Monorail. Monorail.
They don't have monorail anymore? Fuck, that's so long since I've been there.
Is there a chance to track good, man?
I paid at that Sandringham Hotel or wherever in, I don't know, it's like a hipster area in Sydney. And it was all right, but pretty run down.
Like Newtown might be the only part of Sydney
Maybe that's
City
where
that
it
I'm
was,
all right
Newtown.
with. Yeah.
Yeah.
Newtown RSL. It's
I
pretty
don't
sick.
know. I don't care about Sydney.
No, Sydney sucks. I'd be happy to never go back there ever again.
Yeah,
if you
me
listen,
neither.
if you're listening to us in Sydney,
Kill
fuck you.
yourself.
Yeah, I hate you.
No, don't kill yourself. I don't know. I just don't know why you would spend that much, like, to live in Sydney. I don't get it, but people do, and more, way more. Like, some of them are just dumps, and they're like 12 mil because of the location.
Yep.
But it's on a mangrove fucking swamp.
And,
You're
that's,
like,
and imagine, you look at the houses in Melbourne, like Toorak and stuff like that, which is really sought after. Everything is, it's like 80 square meters, the entire
Yeah.
block. And you're like, what the fuck?
yeah.
And it's $3 million.
It has to sort of like, say you bought that house for 1.7 mil. I feel like, I don't know, it could be wrong, but it's not going to ever appreciate in value. It's only going to depreciate.
If you're buying, like, you're not investing in Sydney. Like, unless you're a Chinese consortium, you're not investing in housing in Sydney. Because you couldn't. Like, it's,
Yeah.
you work hard, flip a house, maybe make 10 grand.
Yeah, you wouldn't.
No.
Like, I feel like in 10 years, if anything, it's going to be 1 mil and like depreciate.
It's gonna it'll
How's
drop,
it going to go up?
It'll drop in the ass, and it'll take another 20 years to get back to where it was.
Yeah. Eventually, it'll get back up to it, but it seems to me like it's just peaking out and just like getting ridiculous.
Yeah.
And probably the same thing will happen in Perth.
It is. It's
to some level.
Look, we're at like Bitcoin is topping, like gold topped, Sydney silver's on its way back up.
Oh yeah.
Traditional markets are already collapsing, so everything's going to collapse at once. Like we're on the precipice of some kind of global financial collapse.
Yeah, sure.
It's been brewing for a long time.
Yeah.
I guess when the electricity goes out, we're going to see who the real men are as well.
Yep. I know how to light a candle, cunt. I'm right.
Yeah, we won't be able to do a pod, unfortunately. Oh, well.
Yeah,
Shit happens.
having no internet will make it challenging.
I'll just write it down on paper, word for word, and send out carrier pigeons.
Dude, we could walk through the main street with candles and a bell and just count crumbs. Hey, you want to see No Man's Land live?
We were going to do lives. We were going to go to like pubs and shit, but we just never got there.
I spoke to Josh about this. I really want to do a live at some point.
Yeah,
I do like a live pod. Live
Yeah.
pod's good.
Oh yeah, because anything can happen.
And you get crowds.
And something
you get
definitely
cunts, you
will
get
happen.
cunts heckling, and it's fucking
We'll 100%
solid.
get cunts
Yeah.
heckling. We start talking about telling people to kill themselves. It's going to happen. We're already going to get fucking in a punch up, which will be awesome for views. So
Well, that's why we got this right.
yeah, fuck yeah,
And also, that dildo.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
No one's. If I get a rainbow cock in my hand, no one's coming out of it. Yeah, they're like, bro, I don't know where we're going with this.
It's like that dude when he like takes on squares up to dudes and they're going to fuck him up and he just like dacks himself and they just run away. This is like, yeah, I'm not fucking with that.
Yeah, if you seem like the craziest motherfucker on the planet, that fight's not happening.
Yeah.
If you're about to get into a fight with some gnarly motherfucker, even if they really wanted to fight, if you just shit in your hand, that fight's over.
Yeah, it's over.
And he's never coming near you.
That's true.
Yep.
That would work.
Yep.
Shit. The problem is that like
that a
when you're
win?
under stress,
Yeah.
it's
Is
hard
that
to
a win?
shit.
Is that
You
a
know?
win?
Well, you got shit in your hand, but you haven't got a black eye. So
Yeah, it's a win.
Yeah, but
I'll
you'd
take it.
probably clench up. You wouldn't be able to
punch
shit.
yourself in the face with the shit, then yeah, that might be a loss.
Just throw shit at someone like a monkey in a fucking zoo.
Yeah.
Today.
Imagine getting hit by monkey shit in a zoo.
I've been at the zoo before where monkeys have been throwing shit at people.
Really?
There's always someone that gets some fucking collateral damage.
How about that fucking dude, that kid that there's a TikTok reel going around about it where he fed all these seagulls laxative and they were shitting on everyone.
Fucking hell.
Because he put them in the chips.
that with,
And there was hundreds of seagulls and they all just shat on everyone.
You
It
do that
was
with
fucking-
duck. That's how you catch ducks. You feed them
what?
mustard,
And what the fuck happens?
and then they start shitting themselves violently, and then you can just
Really?
go pick up a duck. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Why do they shit themselves on mustard?
I
I'm
don't
going
know-
to
I
look
don't
that
know
up.
Who discovered mustard of all
I
things?
don't know.
Like,
Oh, well,
Ducks
it wouldn't have been
shit
hard.
Themselves
Wouldn't have been
on
hard. It just would have been at a
mustard.
picnic.
Yeah,
Like,
but
there you go. Oh, there's a bit too much mustard on that one. Oh, look, the duck's not
but do you
moving.
think
I'll go
otherwise,
pick him up.
otherwise there was a guy who sat there with all different sauces, like, and he's like, okay, today we're on ketchup. And
Can't, it doesn't say.
Oh, I've done it before.
You fed a duck mustard?
100%. Like, it was a decent chunk of mustard, but yeah, it was a hot English mustard, and the thing just froze, and we just picked it up.
Really?
Yeah, it was good.
That's so a duck's kryptonite is mustard.
More or less, yeah.
That's so random.
fuck, that's whack.
Yeah.
It's pretty weird. Yeah, fuck.
But yeah, so if
Oh.
anyone wants to catch a duck out there, then you know what to do.
Ducks on mustard is a
I'll
pretty
just-
sweet
I'll just
bad
fucking
name.
shoot it. It's easier. Let's do some lists.
All right.
Where are the lists? I need to update them, eh? Get some new ones going.
KSF list.
We haven't said hello to Normie and praised Normie yet.
Oh, there's Normie.
Hey Normie.
There he is.
We should print this photo out and stick it up on the wall.
I reckon it needs to happen.
Yeah, I reckon it does too.
We should get a mannequin and just stick it on so we feel like he's here.
We haven't seen Normie for a while. Maybe
No.
he's just morphed into this fucking thing. And that's what he looks like now. It wouldn't take much.
Into this fucking thing.
Kill yourself list. I got one. Ray gun.
Yeah.
I mean,
Fucking kill yourself.
there's so many that go without saying that it's like, yep, like of course.
Yeah, ray gun should go on there.
I like that one.
Put Normie on there for just vanishing off the face of the earth.
Yep.
Maybe he has killed himself. Someone better fucking call him. That's all. That's it. I can't think of anyone else. Who else this week?
killed
Oh,
himself with the
Kamala
group chat.
Harris.
Kamala Harris. Was she not on there?
Oh,
on
she
there
might
last
have been.
week?
No, actually, you know what? Arnold Schwarzenegger, because he just came out in support for Kamala
Oh,
Harris.
yes.
So
There we go.
fuck you, Arnold.
There we go.
You kook.
Yeah. What?
Get out of my life.
Extinction list can be all the musicians and actors that backed Kamala Harris.
Yep.
Yep.
So Leonardo DiCaprio and all them fucking people.
Mm-hmm.
They can go on there.
Yeah, I hope fucking Indiana Jones, what's his face, came out.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
He just popped.
I hate when all these people can't because it's like, no man, now I can't like take you seriously.
That's
Or-
the problem I have with all these music people is it's like I
Yeah.
can't enjoy your shit anymore because you're a
I know.
fuckhead.
It's pretty hard. You
I
still
was upset
can.
about Disney. I was like, I can't watch Aladdin anymore.
You can separate the art from
Can't
the
watch-
artist.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
You can, but it's hard.
Man,
you can do it though.
The Simpsons is a motherfucker because all those like the last 25 seasons are nothing but revelation of the method. It's all symbolism bullshit, and I'm like,
Oh, is it? I haven't watched.
I
them for
don't
a long
like New Simpsons, but it makes me hate anything to do with the Simpsons, which is fucked because my entire life is built
Basically,
and
yeah.
comedy is built off the Simpsons,
time. It's true.
which people will soon realize. Everything is a Simpsons quote.
Legends list. Anyone on the Legends list? Who's been legendary? Can we put RFK on? What do you reckon? Has he made it yet or not? Oh, actually, I don't think we do until after the election and he does some shit.
Yeah, when him and DJT fix some fucking shit
Yeah.
when these cunts get out. Yeah, that'd be great.
Then he can go on. At the moment, he's a lot of talk and not much action yet because he can't do much. So yeah, that's fair. I don't know. Legends. Let's see if anyone's in the chat.
It's hard to find legends these days.
It is.
It's always been hard, man.
Yeah.
It's just they're few and far between, especially in Australia.
Should we just put white straight men on there for just like holding
Yeah,
their
actually,
ground?
that's it.
Yeah, we should.
Straight white men.
Yeah, legends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they're like Chris was saying.
Straight white men older than 30.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we're like the most fucking like, what did Chris say? Like we're like the most hated people.
Yeah.
Like we can't get anything right.
We are
Women
the new black people.
Yeah, fucking white men. White
Straight white
without
men.
the cock.
Straight white men are the new black people.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
And they're cancelled.
We can't dance and we don't have cock, so it's like fuck.
You go spot a woman in the gym when she's genuinely about to hurt herself. Rape.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Fucking bullshit.
That's it. Extinction. That's the only list we have. We don't have any other lists anymore. Oh, our sponsors, steroids,
Yep.
which we've got plenty of at the moment.
Yep.
Minimizing
the size of testicles very rapidly.
Here's another one of
Increasing
Normie.
sex drive.
I'll clip this and send it to him. Normie when he was a lesbian. A fat lesbian.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
He doesn't look very happy there, eh?
How much would you
It
have
looks
to
like
get
he's-
paid to fuck that? What would the number be? Not at 17. Not at 17 when not when you're peaking on a testosterone cycle.
If he came with a Reddy's roll, I'd think about it. And some cheesy nuggets.
Yeah, that would make it.
That's what he was made of back then.
Oh, I don't speak ill of the dead.
Yeah. Well, we should just shame him until he fucking comes back on because he's
Come
just
back,
gone
Normie.
missing, man.
Come
Like,
back,
not just
Normie.
from the podcast. No one fucking sees him
No,
anymore.
he's gone from the group. He's exited from the group.
Man, he's just
not in the
MIA. I don't know what the fuck he's doing.
He's in Baldivis. They're a different,
yeah, it's
different
true.
time zone.
He's on the meth.
That's true.
He's on the meth for sure.
Oh, if he is, he'll come back and be skinny Normie again. Man, because when we were hanging out, when we were in bands and stuff, he was hard on the drugs.
Yeah.
And he was like super thin, gaunt. Like his cheeks were like sucked in and shit.
Yeah, right.
And but
I
he was
would-
still,
I
he's,
wouldn't-
he's a fairly tall dude.
I wouldn't say hard on the drugs. He was just doing the same amount
Just
as all of us.
Yeah,
were.
that's true. Yeah, and but he's tall. He's fairly tall, so he's quite skinny guy. And then he kind of went MIA for a year or two, and then he started hanging out again. And it was like when I saw him, I was like, "What the fuck?" It's like double Normie. Like I was like, "What the fuck happened, man?" He goes, "Oh yeah, I've been eating a bit," and I'm like, "I'm fucking a lot."
Cut down on the butter, bro.
Yeah, but weirdly, he kind of looked better. I mean, because he was off the drugs.
Yeah.
Like because
Yeah, that was the weird. Like when after I got the jab, I lost like 20 kgs, which is like I got to a point where I was like 70 or 75, which for my height is probably about normal and ideal.
Yeah.
Everyone like, oh, are you okay? You don't look great. You look too skinny. And I'm like, and then as soon as I put Pudge back on, everyone's like, you're looking really well. You're looking healthy. And I'm like,
yeah.
what the fuck is
Maybe
going
it's
on?
because like people just look normal at a certain weight.
Or they get used to how you look.
Or
and then
that,
they're like,
yeah.
Maybe it's because
But, like-
the average fatness around society is fat.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
It's the new norm.
Because when you see all those photos of like, oh, this is a beach in 1974,
Yeah.
it's
It's
every
ridiculous.
cunt's got a six pack,
Yeah.
and you're
Yeah.
like, yeah. And now I think about it, I'm like, yeah, I do remember like all my dad's friends being like quite like
Yeah.
ripped, and they
Now,
didn't work out.
No.
The standard now is gunt.
Yeah,
The one thing I find funny is when women talk about dad bods, and they're like, "I like a dad bod."
Yeah,
and then
that's-
you go point to what a dad bod is, and it's like literally a dude, a bodybuilder that's just in his off season. He's like, he's just on a bulk. That's their
that's
their dad bod.
That's a little bit like a guy saying I'm into fat chicks, and then they
Yeah.
just point to some 17-year-old girl with puppy fat. They're like,
yeah.
no, bro.
It's like they don't understand what a real fucking dad
Yeah.
bod is. But yeah, no, you're right. Like
A
I don't-
dad bod involves having to like give up your soul.
Bro, this is
Be
this fucking
miserable.
rig. This is a dad bod. Like this shit where it's just starting to fall apart. It hasn't quite
Oh.
fallen
A
apart
dad
yet, but
bod
it's just.
requires low sex drive. It has to.
Oh, well, then
yeah, okay,
Well, how does that work then?
Because it's based on low testosterone. Because
Is it?
Yeah, fucking oath it is.
okay.
It's like the skinny fat kind of thing. So there's like,
yeah.
you know what I mean? So
Yeah,
it's like
okay.
there's like a thinner frame under there, but it's just gone a little bit softer,
Yeah.
and that's based on low test.
Well,
so
then
what
ho-
they want is a low.
Oh.
What they want is a beta cuck,
That's what I hear when I hear
They
someone
want a
say.
beta cuck because they don't want someone dominating them
Yeah.
because society's told them they need to be
They
boss bitch.
want someone who's been morally crushed and is aware that their partner can take half of it at any time. That's what they're talking
I've
about.
got someone for the kill yourself list. Have you guys ever
yeah, go
watched that fucking it's that podcast that pops up all the time with all the women on it and there's
Oh yeah,
The View.
I don't know what it's called, but I know the one.
there's a chick on there called Desiree.
It's not fucking Gorlak the Destroyer or whatever the fucking name is. What the fuck
There's a
is
chick
that
on there
thing?
called, I think it's Desiree, and she's got this book about being a boss bitch. And if you just type that in and find a clip of that,
Boss
oh my
bitch?
fucking Christ,
Boss bitch
yeah,
book.
and then just write podcast or some shit, and she'll pop up. It is heinous.
It's called Boss Bitch.
I'm pretty sure.
Boss Bitch Radio podcast.
Boss bitch is the same. Like I always joke about the chick that's like, yeah, I'm a girl
that
and
it?
I work on a building site.
Nah.
Boss
And
Bitch
I don't
Show.
give a fuck.
Imagine this fucking show.
Ugh.
It's called the Boss Bitch Show. Ugh.
What the fuck is that thing
Maybe
on the
that
right?
needs to be on the extinction list as boss bitches. Boss.
The
bitches,
term
because
boss bitch.
It's just it's not a good thing.
Like, who's ever said what man in the entirety of existence says, you know what, I want a boss bitch?
You know what
A
I'm
lazy
really, you know what I'm
cunt.
really into is someone who's a cunt and orders me around a lot.
Someone
Oh,
with
I'm rock hard
a man
right now.
with mummy issues. That's
Yeah.
what it
Yeah.
is. Yeah.
There's two things that as soon as you hear, especially on dating apps, you just instant swipe left. One is boss bitch. The other is I'm an independent woman. If they say the word independent anywhere, they're a cunt. A massive cunt. There's a reason why they're independent.
Just imagine you go to meet a girl somewhere and you're sitting out the front of the cafe and a pink Commodore pulls up with plates that say not hers, not his, and then she gets out.
Yeah.
Like that is boner
Like,
poison.
I think boss bitch and independent woman is the same equivalent as like an incel for a man.
It's them saying I need everybody else to think that I'm this thing by me saying it, even though
Yeah.
I'm not that thing and I'm incredibly insecure
Yeah.
and not in control.
And also, they know that men don't like boss bitches.
No.
No.
Like, they just don't. So what are you basically saying? You don't like men, which is fine. You don't have to. But, you know,
It's a lesbian in disguise.
it is, yeah. I want to be lesbian.
It's one bad night away from a lesbian.
Yeah.
Or one bad date away.
The thing is that they'll try lesbian and then they'll be like, fuck, this is terrible. I hate women.
No, they won't even do that. They'll kiss a chick at the nightclub because it will get them fucking attention.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what they do, yeah. I hated those girls
Yeah.
that did that.
So
Just if you're going to do something, do it properly.
Any boss women, can you just fucking make the plunge and go lesbian already? Because we don't want you.
Boss some other cunt around so we don't have to deal with it.
We don't want you.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I feel sorry for young dudes because they got to deal with that shit.
Mm.
I can't. No way.
Well, almost everyone's probably had that one girl that you put up with it because you think you're going to get something out of it,
Yes.
and then by the end you're almost crushed morally and emotionally, and then
throwing a punch.
you have to rebuild yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a drill sergeant. It's a manager. It's not a fucking girlfriend.
It's an aggressive mum.
Yeah.
It's an aggressive mum. Fuck that.
It's always the one when like you would be trying to get into a girl that's with her group of friends that we would call the manager because she's calling the shots for all of them.
yeah.
She's not getting any, so she's ordering and playing,
yeah.
making all the fucking rules.
Yeah. She's a cock
The
blocker.
manager.
Yeah. Everyone knows the cock blocker.
Yeah.
She's not getting anything, so she won't let anyone else get any.
Tight end.
It's funny how like dudes are the complete opposite.
That doesn't happen in man's world. And if
Nah.
it did, he'd just get knocked out.
Imagine trying to put a stop to one of your mates' chop, and he's like, "Listen, cunt, I'm gonna fucking tear your head off if you don't get out of the way.
I'm not
Yeah.
wanking tonight, all right? So
Nah.
Unless
shouldn't be
you're
able to
gonna
get any.
fucking wank me off, cunt."
supposed
It's
to
even
be a
le-
boys' night.
It's even like different to that. It's like you try.
Guys, we're supposed to be spending time together.
That's never happened. No. Never in the history of men.
In fact, I would say
one of you boys is about to get some pussy and go, bro, it was supposed to be a boys' night.
the amount of time, the amount of times I've walked in somewhere with 5 dudes, and almost immediately it's one dude, like just every time, like, oh, I'm off.
And it's even more so like, say if you're out somewhere with a mate and there's a bird and you have a crack and she knocks you back, you're like, oh, handball's yours, man. And then he goes and has a crack and he might score and you're fucking happy for him.
Yeah, and you're still
like,
mates
fuck
the next
yeah.
day.
That's team
Yeah.
play.
Yeah.
Fucking oath. It's like, well, if I can't get it, at least someone's going to fucking.
Or
You know?
you keep the lights off and you message your mate and you swap over half.
Yeah. And then walk past the window and smile at it.
Is that called the Houdini?
The Houdini, yeah.
That would be very satisfying to see the look on her face. Which is like,
Yeah. Sick. Well, we should fucking swap over some Patreon.
All right.
okay.
I don't know if we're going to do one this week, election one, because it's like 2 days away.
Maybe a post one has to be,
Well,
done.
yeah.
We are having an event here for the election, so
Oh,
if
are
you
ya?
want to do it during that, we can do that. And
Are
get out.
you having an event?
Yeah, 100%.
Well, there might be some interesting people to talk to.
There will
So
be.
Yeah, we might have to because the misinformation bill will mean we're not allowed to do this podcast anymore.
fuck, we're going to get
Yeah.
absolutely. They're going to SWAT team going to come around all our houses. and
we
just
were actually arrested.
fucking oath we will.
not in Atterdale, mate. Not in Atterdale. No, no chance.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. All right. Sweet. Well, I'll do one. I'm happy to do one.
Yeah, let's do that.
We'll try and get the other two fucking slackers to come.
Get those cunts to fucking pull their weight.
Well, let's just kill Joss's child, and then he'll have plenty of time to fucking to come around.
Would Normie come for like sandwich platters or something?
He might do.
You know, if we said that there's like a buffet on a buffet.
Oh,
Yeah.
midweek? No chance.
I don't know. We just have to kidnap him.
Yeah.
What if we get someone in his family to say that it's like a surprise? It's a surprise, and then like we just
That's
drop-
a
drop
good way
him
to
down.
do
No,
it.
no. Drew and I joked that we could rent a van, put all the pod gear in there, and then just pod map him. Like just drive around his house, and throw him in the van, and just be like, "Podcast, cunt."
Yeah. I can't even imagine how Normie's existing. He's had this place to vent and tell people to kill themselves for like 2 years, and now it's gone.
Jess must be coughing.
Oh man, she must be like,
Just
do
like,
a podcast,
shut the
cunt.
fuck up, like. I don't care about wanking red wine and reddies. Fucking go and hang out with your mates.
Because like even I, after being away, I was like, man, I really need to do a podcast, like, or
Yeah.
tell someone my problems, because I'm fucking dying here.
those
Right?
lady boys just don't listen.
No, they don't, and they don't even understand me. They just want to suck my cock, and I'm like,
It
oh,
gets like that at home lots, where Sarah would just be like, "Can you go and fucking hang out with one of your mates? I'm sick of this bullshit." And I'm like, "Yeah, fair enough."
I don't want to hear conspiracies anymore.
I'm
cunt.
sick of hearing about satanic pedophiles running the world. Fuck.
Yeah, it's true. Oh yeah, we'll keep trying anyway. Either way, plugging away. All right, fucking over to Patreon. Have a good one. Hopefully, the next unless we do one on the election day. Hopefully, the next podcast we do, Trump's in power and we can be happy and have something
yeah.
to fucking be happy about.